Yes, we should be live. Happy Halloween, everybody. Or more importantly, happy Dragon Age The Veilguard Day, which is pretty strange because I keep wanting to call it Dragon Age Veilguard. I don't know why they have but whatever. I'm really excited for this game. I usually stay away from reviews of games that I want to cover and review on this channel. But I kind of, you know, Dragon Age is big series for me, so I couldn't help myself. And I watched a couple of reviews, specifically Mr. Matty Plays and Skill Up of the two. I also watched IGN's review, and I saw other clips from others. And yeah, kind of a bit, you know, a bit of a mixed bag. Some people say it's great. Mr. Matty Plays and Skill Up, who are two people that I trust, you know, my tastes align with theirs fairly often. And they didn't like it. And Mr. Matty Plays specifically, he is the RPG guy. So, yeah, we'll see how it shapes out. I am looking forward to it, as I like to do on this channel. I actually like to make my own mind up on games. Because most people make their mind up before games even come out. And they also say a game, fair enough if you look at a game and you say, oh, you know, the gameplay doesn't look like it's for me, or, you know, the story isn't interesting me, or maybe the setting isn't interesting me. That's totally fine. But to sit down and say that a game is either good or bad without having playing it, you know, you can just say, oh, this game doesn't look like it's for me, and then just move on with your day. But some people don't. Yes, but Dragon Age The Veilguard, I'm very excited. Dragon Age is an extremely important series for me. The reason why I'm streaming so early, usually I like to stream a bit later, but I'm too excited. I have a physical copy on the PS5, so that's why I can play it. Most people, if you have a digital version, can't actually play it until, I think, like 4 p.m, so three hours from now, which is pretty annoying. But yes, let's listen.
Depending on which story you believe. In his desperate fight against the corrupt elven gods.
Now the thing is, I didn't play the Inquisition DLC.
That split our world from the raw magic of the Fade. He had won. But the veil cost the elves everything. Their magic, their freedom, even their immortality. Now, Solas wants to tear down that veil and undo the damage he caused, even if that means our world has to burn. Somebody's got to stop him.
And that's where you come in. So Varric is back again. I haven't really well, I saw Varric in the I think it was the announcement trailer, but yes, now it's time to make the character. I think we all know, I heard about the Qunari redesign. The Qunari look absolutely dreadful. They turned a race that looked different to all the others into, let's make a human looking character that is slightly taller and give them horns. So I won't be playing as one of them. I'm in between a human and an elf. I don't know if there's different like race bonuses and all that sort of stuff. I'm really not sure. So let's see, an ambitious and prosperous people, humanity's various kingdoms are the ascendant powers of this age. Elf, descendants of ancient fallen empire, pushed to the margins in the past. Some elves are building a brighter future by exploring their civilization's lost wonders. I typically play as an elf, so let's play as an elf. And let's see, do we want to... I want to properly customize, because I assume if I like this game, I will be playing it for quite some time. Many hours. Are any presets I like the look of? I think that's probably the best preset that I can see. Head shape. I don't really care. Okay, so yeah, let's go. Now, we want like a long, skinny face, because that's what my face is. Maybe not that angular. Maybe, yeah, something like that. There we go back. Complexion. Skin tone. As cool as you could possibly get. Because I am Irish. And everything. Wait, what's going on here? Cool. What does that do? I don't know. I actually can't tell what that does. Rosy. Rosy. Smooth. 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 Rich. Rich. Rugged. Let's go rugged 2. That looks fine to me. Intensity. Well, oh, that's vitiligo. Well, I don't have vitiligo, so... See, that's what I like to do. I like to... Even though I am playing as an elf, but I still like to, like, project myself onto the character. That's what I like to do. We go for a nice skinny one. Brow. Yeah, that's fine. I think that character looks fine. Maybe make his cheekbones a bit skinnier. They're very wide. He's a very angular man. Yeah, we'll just keep it like that. Chin, larynx. Do I have a big Adam's apple? Let's make a big chonker of an Adam's apple. My name is actually Adam. That always confused me as a kid. Like, really confused me. Scalp. Oh, I guess that actually... Oh, that's actually cool. That's pretty interesting because... I guess there are so many, like, different head shapes. Like, if you make a bald character, it's usually just like, oh, that's just what their forehead looks like. You can't do anything about it. Oh my god, I can do a lot here. Do I really want to spend this much time making a character? I don't think so. Oh, crap. Do I want to play as an elf? Or do I want to play as a human? I'm going to play as a human, actually. Let's be boring. Any, like, good preset? I can't really see a good preset. So we'll stick with this dude, and we'll customize. No, I want to be an elf. Sorry, I'm moving around here. This will be my final answer. I want to be an elf. I wouldn't actually mind being a dwarf. I do like dwarves. Dwarves are cool, but we'll go with an elf. Just give me like a good starting preset that I can then work from. Yeah, they're all the same. Okay. Yeah, we go with this, like this sort of like Legolas looking fella. Starting preset. Head shape. We'll just make very thin. Oh yes, look, it's so funny just watching how everything changes. So is anyone actually interested in getting this game? Are you waiting for even more stuff, like even more people to get their hands on it? Because the reviews, I know the reviews generally were quite positive. Oh, cool, we can do this. Okay, give me like, is there anything? A lot of these characters just look like Gollum. And he looks like a character from like Persona or something. I don't like how... I don't like how wide... Like, look at that. That is a chonker of a head. And I think that's... Yeah, we go a bit there. That's a bit more like... Because it's like you're either going one end of the extreme. Maybe something like around there. Cool. I just tried to buy it and they haven't had a delivery in my local game yet. Elite 2, welcome to the stream, first of all. GameStop, I live over here in Ireland. GameStop closed down in Ireland. Game used to be in Ireland, but they left years ago. And for about a year or two before GameStop went out of business, which was obviously, you know, foreshadowing, the amount of games that they wouldn't get in on time was so annoying. And Elite, I presume, if you're talking about game, you're in the UK. Smith's, which is an Irish toy retailer, also sells games, and they are top-notch. I'm pretty sure they're definitely in Northern Ireland, but I'm not sure if they're in the U. I think they're in like England, Scotland, and Wales as well. So maybe have a look. Maybe have a look in there unless you already have a pre-order. But Smith's, Ireland anyway, are very good for getting stuff in. Every single shop always has loads of what you call it, stock, which is great. Oh, well, maybe WH Smith's, they're a book retailer, aren't they? I'm talking about Smith's. It's SMYTHS. So, I don't know. I don't know if they're in the they're definitely in Northern Ireland, and I think they're in the like in like mainland England and all that as well. So that's, have a look there, because that's where I got my copy, and they're always very good over here. I don't know what their UK branch is like. Let's go freckled. I mean, I have freckles. I mean, it's probably like Smith's Toys is probably the actual name. I'm not too sure. Okay, head width. Forehead. Like, I'm just... This character is just... Oh, we don't have them where I am, but WH Smith used to do games, so it's been ages since I've been here. Make your character... No, Elith, come on, you're here in the chat. You know, that's part of the streaming. Part of the streaming is having people to chat to, you know? I just something about this character that I can't put my finger on. I don't like the look of him, and it's kind of annoying me. I can't get his head shaped the way I want it to be. It's either too, I don't know. I think his lips are too big or something. It's like he just doesn't look like a character. Okay, cheek. Jaw. Jaw width. Okay, there we go. Okay, he's looking a bit more normal because his jaw isn't as jaw-y. Now, it's the lips next. Can I... Cheek and jaw, forehead. Okay, the lips is later. Okay, cool. We're getting somewhere. Body proportions. Height. You want to be fairly tall. I'm tall enough. We do a nice broad boy. And then I'm kind of skinny. Oh, yes. There we go. That's accurate. Big booty. We give him a big booty. Okay, let's go eye color. Oh, that's cool. Color preset. Just give me, I just want green. That's all I care about. Just give me green. Why not? Eye quality. What? Oh, cool. God, this is pretty deep. Eyebrows. I don't really care about the eyebrows. That's fine. Nose. I have a big nose. Not that big. I have a skinny nose, but it's a bit of a long... Yeah, that's a bit like my nose there. Yeah, cool. Yeah, we'll just go with that. That's totally fine by me. Now, the mouth. The mouth is what's throwing this character off, I think. Yeah, there we go. Depth, position, lip. Oh, yeah. He has some thick lips. Upper lip size, mouth cornering. No. Ear shape. We'll go with that. Okay, now give me cool hair. So there's the one thing, as I always say when I'm creating characters on this channel, about having long hair. You always have great options. And I know it was kind of a meme that they were talking about the hair quality in this game. This hair actually does look very good. Like, really high quality. If that was slightly less curly... Give me, like... something... Did I just have, like, a typical, like... man bun kind of hair? Like a top knot? Jeez, they have a lot of options. I actually used to have hair like that. But I don't like that hair. One's really sticking out to me here. Something... Give me just like... I don't know, nothing's really jumping out. See, the problem is with some of the hairstyles, you just give them such a massive forehead. I guess that's kind of like... It's kind of a top knot, but not really. No. Yeah, let's go with some like Legolas hair. What sort of color? Yeah, feck it. We'll just do that. Totally fine by me. Now, can an elf have facial hair? No, I don't think so. Any cool tattoos? Oh, cool. I typically don't put tattoos on my characters. Yeah, we go no tattoos. Cool. Yeah, that's just like it's a very basic looking elf character, but we'll go with it. Accept changes. Okay, class. Now we actually get into the fun part. Okay, I always go rogue. Rogue is the way to go. Veil Ranger, like I always do. Yeah, we go with a rogue. I like when games do this as well. They give you like the three different sort of the three different like almost tiers of gear, so you can see what you look like. Oh, faction. Oh, cool. Backstory: Grey Warden. Rook is a Grey Warden, an ancient military order sworn. Cool. Bound by blood, gain reputation with Grey Wardens more quickly. Blight killer, deal more damage against Darkspawn, and vigilant training. Base, defense, and health are slightly improved. Oh, and then they have the cool. A Veil Jumper. Veil Jumper. The daring group explore ancient elven ruins in the Arlethan forest. Although founded by elves, they welcome anyone brave enough to face. Okay, cool. Gain reputation. Fade touched. Okay, deal slightly increased critical and weak point damage. That's probably good. Your class-specific resources generate faster. Gain reputation. Okay, cool. Perform takedowns on enemies with slightly less effort. An informal collection of explorers, hunters, and treasure seekers from Rivane. The rowdy lords are famed for both daring exploits and narrow escapes. The Morn Watch. You can apply a different... Oh. Okay, Morn Watch might be the one. Oh, the Crows. Oh, they're from... They tried to hunt you in Origins, don't they? Now, I presume as a affliction, I'll be able to put, like, poison and stuff. That's kind of looking like it's more... What would you call it? Kind of necromancy, that sort of stuff. So I think I might go Veil Jumpers. Yeah, we'll go with Veil Jumpers. The Hunter of Secrets. When lives are at stake, Rook defied orders to rescue people from the mystic perils of Arlethan. An expedition to ruins in Arlethan Forest, the Veil Jumpers found ruins that contained important lost lore and deadly danger. Weird, right? Barely surviving the ruins. Oh, the ruins' ancient magical defenses. Rook's small team recovered an invaluable map leading to a hidden area of the forest. Although the team escaped, other Veil Jumpers found themselves trapped. Rook chose to return to the ruins, saving his teammates' lives, but losing the map. He was lauded for his bravery, but the map's loss caused some resentment among Veil Jumper leaders. Select this faction. Cool. Combat preset. Okay, we're just going to do normal combat preset. Just to see, because that's when you're reviewing a game, I just like to do all that. Turvy. Aldweir. No. We're going to call him Arlo. That's my dog, who I actually need to let into the room now.
I'm glad.
I'm glad you're here.
I'm glad you're here.
I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here.
Okay, past adventures the Inquisition. You can customize the main character and few events from previous game, Dragon Age Inquisition. This will have some minor effects on story, but can be skipped. Now let's see what it does. Okay, cool. The Fade, she was advised. Cool. Let's see, make changes. Customize world state. Oh my god. Oh, this is cool. Apparently it doesn't make that much of a difference, though. That's what I heard anyway. Edit Inquisitor. So I was actually playing as a human. Oh wait, does this actually make much of a difference, I wonder? Okay, I'm kind of getting confused here. Man. Starting presets are not good for this. There's literally 4 to choose from. Do you know what? It doesn't really matter. Maxwell. Okay, you will be me.
We need. It can't end like this.
Oh, cool. Who did I romance in the original? I actually can't really remember. Let's go. Josephine. Why can't I choose? There's nothing to click on. Oh, unless I just hover over it. Disbanded. Given to the Chantry. Yeah, let's go. The Inquisition was disbanded. Yeah, save him from himself. Yeah. Let's just do that. Again, it's been years. I'm not even sure if I've actually ever beaten Inquisition. Which shows a lot about what type of game Inquisition is. You get burnt out on it very easily. Okay, finalize. Okay, after 22 minutes, I'm actually finally going to play the game.
So, where were we? Oh.
Okay, so Varric is the narrator. I need to let Arlo in.
Our best plan is to stop the Dreadwolf before he can perform his ritual. After following his trail across half the known world, we finally tracked him to Manrathus,
The Tevinter Imperium.
capital of the Tevinter Imperium.
See, I really should have done like a refresh of all the phrases and stuff. Like, I played Origins there.
Local expert. So, naturally,
Oh, we need to start recording.
story begins where all great stories begin.
Eric, welcome. Yes, Arlo is here. He's looking out the window, looking for birds and cats or whatever he can find. And fingers crossed he doesn't bark. See, right now it's 1 p.m. It's Halloween, so there'll be no fireworks going off until probably at least another 5 or 6 hours. But once the fireworks set off, there's no way I'll be able to stream. Like, I was planning on like streaming tonight as well, because Arlo hates fireworks. He just goes mad.
You think you can come into my bar and make demands?
It's me. I always be nice.
It's not a demand, it's an offer. Telling me what I need.
Generally, I prefer non-voice protagonists.
How'd you figure, sweet talker?
Nev Gallus is my only shot at finding the Dreadwolf. I need to know where she is. We were supposed to meet here, in your bar.
Yeah, I hate Halloween. I absolutely hate Halloween. I've always hated it. Even though apparently it is an Irish, like, the Irish invented it.
Walk away with the coin, or spend it cleaning up the place when I'm through. Your choice.
You're adorable. Dumat Plaza. That's where you'll find Nev Gallus.
Thank you.
You want to get yourself killed fighting the Venatori? It's your ass.
Okay, once we...
Alpha's good for all of you too.
I assume we're going to get into combat, so just let me know how the audio is, if it's too low, if it's too high. As we, Oh, it's Varric! Ah, I wanted some combat.
Your friend Nev Gallus is at Dumat Plaza.
I heard. That's why you're my second in command. Although for the record, you might be too charming for your own good.
See you say that. But we do have Nev's location now, so...
Don't get cocky.
Come on. Harding will be worried.
All right. Break's over.
Time to play a Dragon Age game. Finally. After feckin' what? No, not... Yeah, 10 years on the button, basically.
She's the best damn detective I've ever met. If she says she's got a lead on Solas, I believe her. The Archon's palace. Something must have gotten them riled up.
I'm playing this in performance mode on PS5, if anyone is curious.
Spare a coin, please.
I mean, it's already, you can see it has the very typical performance mode, artifacting around the characters. Let's actually see what it looks like in quality while we're here. Oh, you can actually see it in real time. Let's see. I turned motion blur off as well, because who wants to play with motion blur?
You still think you can
Okay, I'm not sure if... Yeah, okay. I usually just turn it on for like 5 seconds and I'm like, yeah, I'll just go back to performance mode, thank you.
The only thing separating us from the Fade and an endless number of demons. I have to talk him down.
Wait! But I didn't do anything!
Get down.
Are they after us? Is it because of the bar?
Hello, Andre, welcome.
Fast and Minrathus.
How are you today? Gotta get cozy here.
We don't have time to get arrested, especially if we... Oh, crap.
We're too late.
The ritual started. But if we hurry, we can still stop Solas before it finishes. Let's go.
Give me some combat. I want to see what the combat looks like or plays like.
Dumat Plaza. Then Nev will get us to Solas.
Watch out!
This was in the original like sort of demo thing, wasn't it?
My guess is the veil is weakening, and they're slipping through the cracks. And when the veil comes down completely,
Then the whole world is going to look a lot like this.
Okay, so these are like the these like the Veil Terrors that were in Origins? Or whatever they were, I forget what, or not Tormentors. I forget what they were called. But the enemies you fight in the Veil, which is the worst section of Origins by a long shot.
You're safe now. Get inside and bar the doors quick as you can, okay?
Thank you, miss.
Harding, you all right?
I've been doing what I can to help. The ritual must be weakening the veil. There are a lot of scared people out here.
And a lot of demons. Haven't seen this many come through the Fade in years.
Okay, I just had to make sure who Harding was because they've changed all the character models. Never better. They've changed all the sort of design, so.
Archon's palace took a few shots at us. Nothing we couldn't handle.
Speak for yourself.
Have you got my gear?
Right over there.
Oh, we got a bow!
Where's
Fingers crossed the bow combat. This is the problem with playing as a rogue in these types of games.
We arrived and paid off the bar owner.
Warriors and mages are usually handled pretty well in almost every single RPG. And a rogue, it's very hit or miss whether or not it'll be a fun character to play. Because I think the rogue in Origins is it's just awful. But a mage and a warrior is pretty decent.
Dumat Plaza while I was scouting the area, and it was crawling with Venatori. Follow me.
Is Harding a party member?
We've got company.
Oh wait, I just realized I have a party made up of me and Varric. Oh, and Harding, 3 bow-wielding characters. Okay, let's see what this is all about.
Demon.
Combat. Oh, so it's basic and you can chain attacks.
Here they come.
And how do you dodge? Circle to dodge. Cool. Okay, so it's very actiony. You can do heavy attacks. Oh, look at this. I will open this. Who needs to kill enemies? Okay, is there like a parry mechanic? There is. Okay, and there's like a Arkham style parry thing that pops up when you need to do it. Okay, the way it says I've 8 out of 8 arrows, it seems you won't actually be able to build it, like build a character to be a straight up archer. Like it's almost a secondary weapon. You auto mantle stuff too. So let me know if the audio was all good during the combat, if you could still hear me as I was fighting enemies, because that's usually where it gets a bit louder. Okay, again, unsure if I need to actually break them. Okay, you drop a healing potion. Cool. This game looks really good. Like, this is in performance mode. Let me fight one of these big boys, please.
I hate these assholes.
Okay, the bow deals a lot of damage, so maybe that's why you can't use it all the time.
Looks like the Venatori put up a barrier to block the way.
Yeah, there's no real reason for me to use my melee attack right now. Does the writing seem good to you so far? Kevin, it's hard to tell because so far it's all basically previous characters. And the thing with Dragon Age is that all the sort of cameo characters were always the best. And then I think Inquisition, like obviously, like Varric was in 2 and Inquisition. And then Solas was in Inquisition. He was one of the strongest characters. Solas is apparently a big part of this game anyway, how they're setting it up. Harding was in Inquisition. So we'll have to wait and see. I'd say I think the main thing is that the main thing I'm worried about is the tone of the game. Because as I said, I usually try to not watch reviews, but I did for this. I couldn't help myself. And Mr. Matty Plays showed a clip from a scene that was all new characters, or I didn't recognize the characters anyway. And the tone of it was obviously very, you know, Marvel-esque Disney writing, but it was more like cartoon Disney rather than like the sort of new Marvel Disney kind of writing, which kind of makes me even more worried because, you know, Dragon Age should not feel like a cartoon Disney movie. Like, even the sort of sound effects they used in that clip, it was like, what the hell? So, yeah, that's what I'm most worried about. Like, because I think even something like Mass Effect Andromeda. Now, I never beat that game, and I'm sure a lot of people have problems with the characters and whatever, the story. But the gameplay of that was actually really fun. So going into this, I wasn't too concerned about the gameplay. Like, I think the gameplay will be pretty fun. But it's more the main thing I'm worried about is the tone of the game.
Varric, Harding. Not the worst timing.
Nev, it's so good to see you. We thought the Venatori had kidnapped you.
They thought the same thing. A lot of Venatori in the city have reason to hate me. Figured I'd play along. Find out who wanted to settle the score this time. Then the sky started raining demons. So I'm back on the job.
Appreciate it. Rook, this is Nev Gallus, our local expert. She's gonna help us find Solas. Nev, meet Rook. Harding and I found him a while back. Thought we could use an expert on trouble.
Rook, like the chess piece?
One of the strongest pieces on the board, but he tends to think in straight lines.
Haha.
Nice to meet you. Based on the Venatori, you've got excellent taste in enemies.
I do my best.
You said you had a lead?
I haven't seen Solas in person, but I did find hints of old magic, similar to what you get in elven ruins. I traced it to a building beneath Our Lady of Victory. That's where your man is hiding.
Then let's go. Before this ritual he's doing gets any worse.
Worse, this ritual's already drawing more power than I'd expect from a dozen mages. You told me he was working alone.
I also told you he was an ancient elven god.
An elven god. Well, whatever he is, he's causing trouble in my city. Let's go.
All citizens in the canal district must remain in their homes.
Okay.
So if we do catch Solas, or the Dread Wolf, whatever he calls himself, what's the plan?
He wants to bring down the veil. Hopefully that ritual takes his full attention.
So we catch him while he's doing his ritual, so he can't fight us.
That's the hope. If it comes to a straight up fight, we're dead.
See, that's another thing that's pretty interesting. Like, obviously Solas here is called the Dread Wolf. And the original name for this game was Dragon Age Dread Wolf. But then they changed it to the Veilguard. Is there a jump button? Raid in XS? Yes, there is. You can jump all around. You also, there's like auto... for shorter things, there seems to be like an auto mantling. I don't know if that was almost like a... Not a bug, but, you know, there was a time where I actually just mantled onto a table. Oh, you never liked the jump button? Yeah, well, the jump button in Inquisition, I just think the movement in Inquisition felt very glitchy. Or not glitchy, just very clunky. So, I know what you mean. I just think if it was implemented better, it would have been better. If you get me, like it would have just felt better, and I don't think I would have minded as much. I did see something about previous games, and only 7% of people ever went down evil/renegade path. I wonder if they decided to focus on general good path because most people would have picked it. See, that's the thing right now, Elith, is that, like, even back in the day when games were doing that, specifically BioWare the masters of it, like, games were still expensive to make, but now they're even more expensive. So when a developer decides to give you a path that you can go down that, like, you could completely miss if you choose different choices or whatever, it's just, I love to see it. But also now, because everything is so expensive and everything is so risky, it's like, I understand, you know, I would much prefer if they gave you more choice, but I also understand why developers don't do it anymore, because, you know, if they really built it out and then only, let's say, 7-10% or whatever, 7 or 10% of the audience saw it, then it's like, is it really worth the effort? Is it really worth the time? And considering how expensive and it would have, like, cost to do it all, it's like, you know, I understand. So, yeah, because, like, I never choose the evil options in games. And the amount of times where I, like, do a replay of an RPG that I've already played, and I say to myself, I'm going to be evil, and I just can't do it. I wonder if the reason they changed the names is because they were worried that people who don't like it would have called it Dragon Age Dreadful. I maybe. I mean, yeah, I think you do. I think you really have to think of the meme potential of your name. Well, yeah, so Baldur's Gate 3 did give a lot of choice, okay? But I think a lot of people use Baldur's Gate 3 as an example, whereas Baldur's Gate 3 is an exception. Like, ideally, we will have games that are all like Baldur's Gate 3, but A, the developers aren't as talented, and I don't think, unfortunately, BioWare are as talented as they used to be, because the majority of their staff has left. Like, the people that made BioWare, the majority of them aren't there anymore. So, like, you have to think of the quality of the developer, first of all. And then you also have to think of the very, very specific and unique position that Larian were in. They had a license that was known for having a very hardcore RPG audience. And I know Dragon Age does as well, but I think BioWare realized that a lot of their games, as BioWare went along, the less RPG-ish their games were, the more successful they were. Like, Mass Effect 2 is way less RPG-ish than Mass Effect 1 was, and it was more popular. Dragon Age Origins, while was very RPG-ish, but it was, I think, more popular than their older RPGs. And then Inquisition was the most popular of all of them, and that was the least RPG-ish of all of the Dragon Age games. So, like, Larian are just in a unique position where
We should head back.
I think you can always find exceptions to everything, but unfortunately, not everybody is a Larian Studios. You know, in quality and in just sort of the unique development, having it in early access, which I think, imagine if Dragon Age came out and it was in early access, people would have went crazy. They would have been like, EA are supporting this game. Why is this in early access? So it gives them more choice or more chance to develop it. And then also in the case of Larian, they've built up such goodwill with the Divinity series that they were in a position where they could take time and maybe try something a bit riskier because they have a really dedicated hardcore fan base, where something like BioWare, they're in a much different position where BioWare do not have the goodwill that they did, like, pre-even, let's say, Dragon Age Inquisition. So, you know, maybe playing something a bit more safe like Veilguard is probably the better option to maybe keep the studio alive, because I think if Veilguard flops, I wonder if BioWare will even be a thing anymore, which will be a shame, because I think BioWare could return to maybe not their best, but something like it. And maybe they do with this game, I don't know. Like, that's the whole thing with this channel. Like, I'm genuinely going in with as open a mind as I possibly can. I'm not, like, getting wrapped up in any crap. I'm genuinely just playing the game, and I'm going to decide, see if the game is good or not, and if it's worth buying / playing. Barriers protect enemies. Deplete them quickly with R2. Okay, so my R2 attack gets rid of the barriers. You deal a lot of damage to the enemies.
Locked. There must be a way to open it. Let's look around.
Air's full of magic. Solas used a lot of power for something.
Solas, the Dreadwolf, Venharel.
Oh, we gotta go up here.
A lot of names.
Let me know if it's too dark while you're on the stream. It looks fine to me, but if it's too dark for all you, I can turn the brightness up and just while we're streaming it. So far, like, I mean, I'm only, like, I literally spent 25 minutes making my character, Mike, I guess. And then I've spent 20 minutes. I mean, it feels, I was never worried about this game not playing well, because I think BioWare generally have that down. Like, Andromeda, from a gameplay perspective, is the best to play of all the Mass Effect games. I think Inquisition is probably the best too, maybe. And then I've heard, I've never played Anthem, even though I have a physical copy that I bought for like €5. I've heard the actual gameplay of Anthem is actually really good. So from a gameplay standpoint, it feels fine, and I wasn't worried about that. Now, how it holds up over God knows how many hours, I don't know. Because that's a big thing specifically with RPGs, is that, like, this combat feels good. I can see that I have all of these potential abilities here that, you know, I might be able to build a character. But you don't know if in 20 hours you will see absolutely everything. Because Final Fantasy 16, which I wouldn't really class as an RPG, felt fine for 10, 15, 20 hours. But after the 20-hour mark, it just became the same thing over and over again. So,
This is Arlethan Forest.
And there's your ritual. The power involved. I've never seen anything like it.
again, the tone of this game is what I'm most worried about. Just watching stuff beforehand. But so far, like, this is Dragon Age. The characters talk like Dragon Age characters, and they act like Dragon Age characters, and they look like Dragon Age characters, and the game looks like a Dragon Age game too. Obviously, it is a bit more sort of colourful, I would say, but, you know, that's just art direction. Maybe now that they've put out something at least good, if not great again, after Anthem, maybe their Mass Effect game will have more choices they could build from there. Yeah, I mean, maybe. I would say... See, I would want, like... I always wonder about the sort of data that all these developers and publishers get. Like, obviously they see, okay, the Renegade is only 7% of people. Like, they're the only people that see that choice, or that use that choice. But, like, I wonder what, even though people mightn't see it, I wonder what that does to a player psychologically. Like, just knowing that you have that choice, does it make the game more compelling, even if you don't choose it? Because I would be inclined to say it does. Like, just me personally, even though I always choose the good options, I always like to see that I have options. It just makes the game feel like it's a better game, even though I rarely use it, you know? So, I wonder if it is worth their time. And I wonder if there's a way... See, I also think, and this is something I've thought for quite some time, a lot of people have thought this, I'm not saying this is a new thing, is that I think gamers, like, when you look on Twitter and people are comparing graphics of games and they're like, oh, look at this character model, it looks bad, or this texture looks bad. Like, who the feck examines games like that? I don't know who does that. Like, it makes no sense for me. Like, unless it's a glaring issue, who examines a game like that, you know? Where they're like, oh, this texture looks bad, instead of just talking about the game. And if it's like an acceptable standard of quality, then it makes the games more sustainable. It makes it less risky to develop, and then it also means that the developers could probably do more because they're not spending as much time putting it into every single last minute detail. Where, like, if you take a game like Metaphor ReFantazio or Yakuza, them games and all the other Persona stuff, like, all of them sort of games come out relatively, like, at a relatively regular clip. I know Persona's a bit different, but, like, in the past however many years, like, you get Persona 4 Golden on the Vita, you get Catherine, you get all the ports, you get P3 Reload, you get SMT5, you get, I know these are different teams, but you get SMT5 Vengeance, you get Persona 5, Persona 5 Reload, Metaphor ReFantazio. Them games don't have this crazy budget where they have all these insane cutscenes and they're worried about textures and they're worried about this, that, or the other. And same with Yakuza. Like, all the Yakuza games come out so quickly. They're still amazing games, but you can see that there's parts where the budget that was allocated to that part was less than other areas, but it doesn't make the game bad. So I wonder if something like that, for the case of BioWare wanting to make a Renegade option, if the overall production quality was just slightly less, then they could spend more time with, you know, building that Renegade option and not feel like it's wasted time because you have you know, only 10% of players will see it. Because as, like, everyone's saying there, like, I think I would be inclined to say that it does make the overall experience more compelling when you have choice, even if you don't take that choice. Because I think, and I genuinely believe this, that obviously the best outcome for a game having choice is that them choices have consequence. But even the illusion of choice is better than, or in certain aspects, the illusion of choice is better than no choice. I think, anyway. Because again, most people won't even see the consequences of that action. Or of that choice. Plus, I also think, like, I wonder if they opt for a non-voice protagonist, because I always prefer a non-voice protagonist. Because I like to project myself onto the characters, and I can do that easier if I have a non-voice protagonist. And I also, I don't know. Oh yeah, Pride Demon, this is what these are called. Like, I don't actually know what the, like, budget-wise, what that adds to it, but I do wonder also if we're talking about being able to get more choice into a game. If you decide not to do a voice protagonist, what does that do for the budget? And then maybe you spend more time writing dialogue options. Oh yeah, I'm parrying this fecker like nobody's business. Okay, the parry window is fairly forgiving. It's not like overly forgiving.
How did demon this large get through the veil?
It's a pride demon. Damn thing probably sensed Solas' ego.
Oh, he's weakened. Oh, yeah. There we go. Dragon Age Origins, I think I played the game 8 times to see all outcomes. Yeah, well, that's what I said, Mike. I don't know if you're new to this channel, if you just came onto the stream. I just did a video on Dragon Age Origins, on why it's my favorite RPG, still to this day of all time. And part of it was the origin system. Like, when I was a kid, or well, when I was younger, I always just started games, never finished them. But with Dragon Age Origins, it actually felt like I kind of got a really good experience because I kept re-rolling characters and doing all the different origins. So I think that is the ideal outcome. Like, that is the ideal thing that we want in games like this, but I just don't think it's realistic for most developers to do it. Both from a budget / sustainability / risk, but also from the quality of the actual developer.
Varric, Solas isn't gonna stop just because an old friend asks nicely.
Solas needs someone to sell him another option, to help him justify changing his mind.
Okay, Solas needs someone to help, or someone to sell him another option. Yeah. Feck him. Let's do this.
We've got your back. If anyone can get through to him, you can.
Thanks, Rook. Whatever else he is, he's my friend. And if he won't listen to me...
Now I kind of wish I actually beat Inquisition again before this. I might actually do a video of re-examining it, like actually playing Inquisition after this, maybe. I don't know, we'll see.
Take care of the team for me.
Wait, no. No, Varric doesn't die, does he? There's no way to just kill Varric off in the first, like, 10 minutes.
Hey, Chuckles. Hope I'm not interrupting.
Let's buy him some time.
Is there like a perfect dodge system? The camera's quite stiff. I think I might turn the sensitivity up a bit. Also, is there different combos? Guys, let's see. Square. Is there like pause combos? I'm not sure. I think I love pause combos in games. When I played the first DMC there like a couple of years ago, I played it when I was a kid, but I didn't fully understand it. But when I played DMC and like you have the pause combos, it just feels so cool.
By drowning the world in demons?
I have taken precautions to minimize the damage, Varric.
Minimize the... People are dying right now. You need to listen.
Oh, this is big.
Please.
Oh no, Bianca. Oh god.
People are always dying. It is what they do.
I mean, he's not wrong. People do die.
Shit. We need a better plan.
Do you want me to take the shot?
Won't work. He's too powerful.
What if we disrupt the ritual?
How?
See those statues? If we break the scaffolding holding that one up, the whole thing will come down on Solas.
It's risky. Interrupting a ritual of this scale will have consequences.
And what about the demons? Varric needs us to hold them off.
Right, you two stay here. I'll bring down the statue.
What? No. Stepping into all that raw magic is suicide.
The storm could tear you apart.
Anyone got a better idea?
Fine, but you'll need backup. I'm with you.
I'm a mage. I'll go.
Either way, someone needs to stay back and deal with the demons.
Oh, who do you want? Jeez, there's a lot of choice already. Harding, come on, let's go.
Let's go, Harding. Nev, keep the demons off us.
You got it.
Oh wait, crap! I kind of went. Sure, it doesn't matter. Let's just keep rolling with it. I know, like, I mean, I'm probably more disappointed that that Bianca got killed than if Varric got killed. I mean, I guess it's a fairly low risk way of killing off a character in air quotes. Get to the statue. Any items around here? Oh wait, shit, I need to heal.
This is it.
Bring down that scaffolding.
Will do. Kill the scaffolding.
Why tear down the veil, knowing all the lives it'll cost?
We shared a journey years ago. Do you believe that I would do this if there was some other better option?
The pillar's weak, but
It isn't falling. We need to push it
I'm with you.
together now.
You came a long way and made a valiant effort, Varric, but this story does not end with my downfall.
Push.
Does Varric... It's a pretty bold choice for the start of the game. That's bold, I like it. Oh, wait. Does he come back?
Oh no, no, no. Honey.
See, I don't actually think Solas is maybe he's not as bad as this game sort of makes it out to be, maybe. But Varric, he could be dead. I appreciate everybody watching, by the way. It means a lot. I'm just gonna, let's see. Let's run a little poll. So, are you buying Dragon Age Veilguard? There's a poll in the chat. Are you going to buy the game? I'm always very interested. I usually put out a tweet. Okay, well that's the epilogue. The prologue. Epilogue is the opposite. See, it's strange that like I have a physical copy so I can play it. So, but if you bought a digital copy, you can't play it. Like that's so stupid. Yeah, he will be reunited with Bianca. Bianca is a cool weapon.
From destroying the world. I was not destroying the world.
I think you're aware of Eric. Need a don't know option.
Disrupted my ritual.
No, Kevin.
Magical energy
Choose.
pulled me here into the fade.
Okay, so that's why you're here.
Yeah, see, that's how I feel as well. Elith, it's almost like I'm in this series. Let me play the game and see what it's like myself, you know?
Blood magic?
Firstly, I abhor the use of blood magic. Secondly, had I the power to control you, I would already have used it.
All right, you brought me here to talk. What are we talking about?
The Evanurus, or as you would call them, the Elven Gods. The creatures that escaped. In ancient times, they ruled the elves, but that was not enough. They sought not just to be obeyed, but to be worshipped. When I rebelled, they drew on the horrific magic of the blight, corrupting all they saw until I trapped them. Thanks to you, though, I am now trapped, and the blighted Elven Gods walk free.
There's no preload on PC, really. That's stupid.
How am I supposed to trust anything you're saying?
You saw them escape from my prison.
I also saw you bringing down the veil.
I had a plan.
Varric always said you'd have a big explanation for why none of this was your fault.
Varric.
Yeah, he said that's your style. Never quite lies, clever half-truths that let you convince yourself you're doing the right thing. He tried to talk to you anyway, and now he's hurt.
Varric is quite practiced at shading the truth himself.
So those things that got out, you said they were gods?
They said they were gods. Blighted, tyrannical, sadistic gods. It took all my power to imprison them millennia ago, but I am certain you will be fine.
That's really helpful. What are you, the elven god of sarcasm?
Lies, treachery, and rebellion, depending upon the story. And how could I help? I do not have my ritual dagger. I cannot access my network of mirrors to travel from the lighthouse to anywhere in the world. All I can offer is what I know.
Helpful advice from the elven god of, and I am quoting you here, lies, treachery, and rebellion.
Depending on the story. Elganan and Gillenane are your problem to solve. This is your responsibility now.
So far, this first hour is very Dragon Age, which I'm very happy with.
Why?
Oh yeah, Dragon Age. I don't like Dragon Age 2 that much. I think I enjoyed it when I played it years ago. I can't really remember. And then I was going to do a video on it, but I just got so busy. I got just to the part where you're about to depart to go to like the deep roads or something in the mines.
You're okay.
With is it Varric's brother? And then I was like,
Trust me, kid.
I'm all right, thanks.
I've had worse. It'd take more than a flesh wound to stop me. Don't think I'll be making it out to the field anytime soon, though.
Okay, so Varric. Okay. Like, I do like Varric as a character, but I think starting off with a character dying actually would have been really good.
What happened? I did my best to talk sense into Solas, but of course, he wasn't listening. He never does.
The plan did go a little wrong.
Yeah. Nev got everyone out, by the skin of her teeth mostly. And before you start worrying, Harding will be fine. She's made of sterner stuff than either one of us. Or, at least, she's a lot tougher than me.
I should have come up with a better plan. I should have...
You worked with what you had, and you succeeded, by the way. World isn't...
Well, enjoy the game. Welcome to the stream, and I like your name.
We trapped Solas in the Fade, but something else...
That's what I like to do on this channel, is enjoy games. That's part of the mantra. Yes, I will be critical at times when a game doesn't click with me, but generally, over the past 4 years, I like to keep things positive and just enjoy the game. Like, that's... Like, they're games. They should be fun. We should be enjoying them.
Rook? You're awake.
Oh, well, Mike, that's what... Mike, I did that engine with Dragon Age Origins, and I didn't know that was a thing until I played it, like a couple of months ago, and I was like, what the hell? I was like, she absolutely tricked me. Like, throughout the whole game, I thought I was being slick, you know, romancing Morrigan, and then she was like, actually, no, I need you. Aussie Capricorn, I'm glad you're excited to play. Again, excitement, happiness, enjoying the game. That's what we do here. So, if you like that, please subscribe. I stream, I do reviews, /
She's outside looking around.
they're not video essays, but personal videos, personal reviews, I guess is what I'd say, about how games, you know, stayed the same. Like I did a video how Elden Ring became my favorite game of all time this year when I replayed it. It took over Majora's Mask. That's my best video I've ever made. I did a video there on why Dragon Age is so important to me. I did a video on how I fell in love with Metaphor ReFantasio. Generally like to keep things positive. I also have a retro channel as well. It's called Retrobution. It should be in the description if you want retro stuff. I actually recently did a video. Sorry for all this. See, this is the thing. It's like, sorry for all the self-promotion, but I may as well. I have a retro channel, and I did a video on games that scared us as children that probably shouldn't have scared us. And it was a very fun video to work on. Okay, now, time to get back to Dragon Age. Yeah, Elden Ring is... What a game. What a game. Yeah, what is this? Codex entry. Star Tropic. I've never... Let me see, Mike. Just for context, Mike, I am 26. Okay, I see some weird creepy ghost on a screenshot. I can see why that game might be creepy. It's a Nintendo game. What class and faction? Aussie, I chose a rogue, and I chose the... What is it? Let me just get the name of the faction. How do I get into it? I didn't choose the Grey Warden. They're... Oh, what is the name of the faction? How do I get into... Codex, maybe? The Grey Wardens, Mornwatch. No, not Mornwatch. The Lords of Fortune? No, the Shadow Dragons. No. We'll get it. What is the name of it? No, it's not the Antivan Crows either, because I know them. It's not the Mornwatch. Oh, maybe it is the Shadow Dragons. Or the Lords of Fortune. It's one of them two. One of them two. Yeah, the scary games I was talking about. Well, one thing that I spoke about in the video was actually you know when you launch a PS2 game and the disc is scratched and you get that red screen? Scared the living daylights out of me when I was a kid. Absolutely horrifying. The Rugrats game on PS1, absolutely horrifying. There was a couple of other games that I talked about. I'm on the fence with either going Rogue or Mage. Both gameplay looks so good. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Rogues are my favorite types of characters in games, but historically with Dragon Age, the best character to play is always a mage. So, I don't know, it's, you know. Okay, so we have 62% with 16 votes of people you're going to buy Dragon Age. And, well, on Steam, this game is actually only €60, which is a good price. And even on physically over here in Ireland, it's €70 on PlayStation.
Look who's with us.
Yeah, Elith, generally, mages are the best in the Dragon Age games. I don't like mages, though. I never really clicked. The only time I ever played a mage was Skyrim, just because of how cool that was back in the day, having 2 spells in your hand, zapping them and all that. And when you play Skyrim on PSVR 1 and you have a sword and a spell in one hand, deadly. Okay, I need to pay attention to the fucking dialogue, talking too much about Skyrim. And why isn't Skyrim on PSVR 2? And why isn't Fallout 4 on PSVR 2? I don't know why. Well, actually, I do know, but... Okay. We're into skill trees. It's a big skill tree. That's a big skill tree. Oh, cool. Oh, yeah, explode an arrow. Ah, guitar player, welcome. Thank you very much for the donation, guitar player. Hope you're doing well, and as always, I really appreciate all your donations, guitar player. Any interest? Any interest in this game, guitar player? Lose 35% momentum. Evasive maneuvers. Use your speed to launch a powerful attack from an extended dodge. Okay, I like the sound of that one. Riposte. After a successful defend, you can now launch a powerful counterattack. Jump. Jump attacks. Yeah, we're going jump attacks. Oh, no, no. Oh, no, 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 no. No, refund. I always try in RPGs, this is something that I like to do because I think a lot of people have this question. In RPGs, and I also like being I like being archers. In RPGs, I'm always curious if archery is a fun and viable way to play the game. Most cases, it isn't. And it looks like you can refund at any point in the game, which I really like. I know other people... Actually, there's another question. Like, what's your opinion on being able to refund your skill tree at any point during the game? I always prefer it. I do understand the sort of argument of... Oh yeah, but it kind of, you know, forces your hand and you really have to think about it or whatever, but I would much prefer to be able to refund at any point. Skill tree is the reason I bought the game. Yeah, the skill tree does look good. Fair enough, Elid. From what I've seen, the gameplay is pretty fucking cool. Ozzy, you can curse all you want, I don't care. Skill trees look more like Path of Exile. Path of Exile is a game I've never played, even though I love them RPGs. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be playing Path of Exile when it comes, because it's coming to PlayStation as well. I actually much prefer to play action RPGs on controller. I actually think they play better. Like, Diablo plays better on controller than it does on mouse and keyboard, I think. Mysterious note, enter the library passage. 3 pairings must meet face to face. Okay, I think I see what that is. Yeah, you should be able to refund. I like the game, no time though. Yeah, guitar player, that's the problem. I've since the whole game explained stuff has fallen through, I'm on the hunt for a different job. Ideally something that like game explain, but I think I'm gonna have to get like just a regular job, I guess. So my time will be extremely limited. I'll still be doing the channel, of course, and making videos, but it'll just mean I'll be making less or fewer. I don't know.
Must be 2 more.
Ozzy, are you talking about Path of Exile or Veilguard? Because it is like it's one of them that's like it's gotten such like insane, like really good reviews, way better than I thought. I genuinely thought this game was going to be like a 75 on Metacritic, where people are like, yeah, we enjoy it, or you know, whatever. But, oh, and then we need to, I think, pop you over here. But no, it's gotten way better reviews. Obviously, other content creators, whose reviews I much prefer to watch. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, like my reviews. They, like Skill Up and Mr. Matty Plays, which are 2 people that I trust, said they don't like it as much. So I was a bit worried, but so far I'm enjoying it. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. What kind of job are you going for? Kev, well, right now I'm applying for stuff that my skills are good for, like the stuff I've picked up, editing, social media stuff. So I've applied for a load of jobs for that. If that doesn't work, I think I'm just going to become a postman. You know? An easy-ish job. Decent pay. It's no stress. That sort of stuff, you know? Because one thing about doing all this YouTube stuff and trying to make it obviously this channel is my full-time thing, I was doing freelance stuff, is not knowing when your next paycheck is coming is extremely stressful. And especially when I can't rely on my own channel. Like, if I could rely on my own channel to earn me decent income, then that would be brilliant. But I can't right now. Hopefully one day, that's what I would like to do, of course. But if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But yeah, I'd much prefer to have something that's way less stressful. So being a postman sounds pretty nice. Oh, yep, we're doing it. Starting romancing straight away.
It's the best way to meet someone.
So much for first impressions.
Here's hoping I'm better on the second.
Well, you're not bad so far.
You take a lot of notes. What about?
Lately, what we know, or knew, before Solas changed the game.
And it's...
Not much. I'm sure Lace would hate to hear that, but one step at a time.
We'll figure this out. I'm sure of it.
Really? Do you know something I don't?
No, we just... Well, we have to, right?
Yeah, that's the job.
Yeah, definitely enjoy the game. See, that's why, and I'm not just saying this as somebody who reviews games and wants you to watch my channel and all that. Your best bet, well, firstly, watching multiple reviews. Like, people that watch only one review are dumb. Or, well, not dumb, but you know what I mean. If people, like, watch one review and say, oh, I'm going to like this, and then they buy it and then realize they don't, it's like, well, then your tastes just weren't aligned with that reviewer. Ideally, you would sort of watch a handful of reviewers that your taste like align with, so that you know, like I know, like Mr. Maddie Plays gave this game a pretty bad review. So going into this, I'm like, okay, I probably won't like this game as much as I thought I would do, but I'll still give it a chance. And I know that with Skill Up, Mr. Maddie Plays, ACG, a couple of more, like, okay, I could trust their judgment, and also I agree with their takes on this game, so therefore my taste kind of align up. So that's what you're best off doing. So, and if that person is me, then so be it. If not, totally fine.
So, we stopped the ritual.
Well, the game release, actually, I'll get that for you now, Mike. Yeah, that's probably accurate.
He knew the risks. We all did.
And now
Can I pause this? Yes. Okay, so it's 9 a.m. on the west coast of America, 10 a.m. middle America, whatever you want to call that, 12 a.m. East, or 12 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. GMT, so 2 hours from now actually, 5 p.m. Central European time, and then if you're in Australia, 3 a.m. November 1st. Oh yeah, 3 a.m. AEDT on November 1st, so you're technically in the future right now, Aussie, are you?
Solas is gone, and we're here, wherever here is, besides in the Fade.
Solas called it the lighthouse.
He did? When?
While I was out cold, he showed up in my dream, and he's really mad that we stopped his ritual.
Good.
He's also trapped in some kind of prison in the Fade. Not happy about that either.
You're sure that wasn't just a dream? It's a reasonable reaction.
Solas can speak with people in their dreams, even kill them.
I'm safe on that front. I bled a little when I got knocked out. Enough that he can gripe at me, but not enough that he can make my head explode.
So Solas is using
Coming
blood
up.
magic, like
Up.
any normal
Come on.
mage would to play
Come on.
with your mind.
Come on, Arlo. Up.
But he's not a
Come on.
normal mage,
Go,
like
come
I
on.
told you.
Yeah.
He's
Come
an
on, jump.
elven god.
Come on.
Putting together a nice ritual doesn't make him a god.
Come on up, you. This is Arlo, everybody. Say hello to Arlo. He's going to be with me for the stream. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess it does depend, because you can get some unsavory people. Wait, what is this? I'm trying to...
I worked with the Veil Jumpers. We studied
Yeah, this is Arlo.
artifacts, and we've
He's a
learned
Patterdale
about
Terrier.
the
He has a little bandana.
The ancient elves
Think he
were
looks
so
very cool, innit?
powerful that their artifacts are still dangerous thousands of years later.
Look, Arlo,
And they're
talking to the
gods.
microphone, would you?
They might not literally be gods, but I can only imagine how powerful they are.
Put your paws up.
All right, well,
Yeah.
we've stopped the ritual,
There
and
you
there
go.
doesn't seem to be an immediate danger.
Yeah, you're on the
For now.
stream. You know, your
You're
camera shy,
certain
are you?
Solas can't use blood magic
Oh.
to affect your mind.
Down you go.
I'm not certain of anything. But we're not out of danger.
Zero flax. So far, no, this is very Dragon Age. I don't think it's so far. In the first hour and 20 minutes, it's a good opening.
Escaped.
So those things we saw come out of the Fade when the ritual went wild, those are...
Elganan and Gillenane, two of the ancient elven gods that Solas rebelled against. Solas warned me about them being evil, which is pretty rich coming from the guy who just tried to tear down the veil.
You don't believe him?
No, that's the problem. I do believe him. He said they were horrific tyrants.
Tyrants so powerful, elven history remembers them as gods.
Solas says Elganan and Gillenane drew on the blight for power and became corrupted. That was when he imprisoned them.
So instead of one god running around, we have two. And they're not just powerful, they're blighted.
We need to get out there and stop them.
Just like that, without Varric. And you're still getting back on your feet.
I'm fine. We can't just sit here and do nothing.
We need to investigate. Figure out what we're dealing with before we rush in and make things worse.
And how many more people will get hurt, get killed, while we spend time investigating?
See, I think I prefer... I want to stay with Harding. Yeah.
If Elganon and Gillenane are worse than Solas, we don't have time to waste. We need to act now.
We don't know what they can do or what they want. We don't even know if Solas is telling the truth.
I'm not saying we go in blind. This time, if we see a shot, we take it.
All right. The last place we saw them was the ritual site.
The Illuvian took us here from the ritual site, instead of back to Minrathous.
Then let's hope it takes us back.
Harding, you okay to go?
I'm not gonna sit back while elven gods destroy the world because I have a headache.
All right then. Let's get back to the ritual site.
The Illuvian has its own special room. It's just down the stairs.
There's like a couple of lines in that conversation that felt like they were like weirdly pieced together and not like cut up, if you get me. I don't know. Okay, find the Illuvian room. Oh wait, did I like what happened there? Like, oh, I just mantled over the bollard. Collect the Dreadwolves Illuvian. Most of us have only traveled through the Illuvians. Okay, Solas is outsmarted the so-called gods. Cool. Gather my team. I need a tank for my team.
For all we know, there's a dozen demons waiting on the other side of that Illuvian.
If it even takes us.
See, this is the kind of stuff where it's like,
Harding, you sure you're up for this?
this game was originally going to be like a multiplayer live service game, wasn't it? Or was it completely scrapped and then started from the ground up again?
Shall we?
We shall.
Let's do this.
Okay, we're back in this forest again.
It's quiet. Well, isn't that a surprise?
There's the ritual site. But if the gods really did get out, they're not here anymore.
Right, let's take a look around and see if we can find...
Oh no! The gods! That's pretty interesting to enjoy the game, because this was one where it's like, I would assume this game is going to sell well, but I don't know. There was always a chance that this game absolutely flops.
It's not working. I can't contain it.
Strife. Irilin.
What are you doing back in Arlington?
A long story.
Isn't it always with you? And did I hear you're going by Rook now?
Nev, this is Strife and Irilin.
Veil jumpers.
Veil jumpers like me.
Who was it? Was it Ozzy? Were you the one that asked what,
Before Harding and Varric recruited me.
Hardly experts.
Yeah.
I
Veil
should
jumpers,
be able
that's the name of
to
it.
shut that artifact down. I'm sorry, Tarith.
It's not your fault. Since the sky ripped open, the magic's been surging. Bunch of artifacts that had been dormant for centuries started coming alive. This is because of Finn Harel's, Solas's ritual, isn't it? Thought you were supposed
There,
to
like
stop
that,
him.
how that ritual, how he finished that sentence with ritual and isn't it? They weren't, that was cut weirdly.
We did stop him. The sky's not pulling itself apart anymore, is it?
But
But it didn't go as cleanly as we hoped. Solas got pulled into the Fade, and some things got pulled out. Or someone's, I mean. 2 of the Evanurus. Elganan and Gillenane.
Mathalanast.
The elven gods of old. The Evanurus.
Yeah, this is the real fantasy experience. You're just getting thrown proper nouns, and you're like, okay, I need to remember what this is and what this is.
So Elganan and Gillenane are loose. Which means what?
You thought Solas was bad. He's a bit of a bastard, true. But next to them, let's just say they weren't known for their kindness.
There's a reason Solas led a rebellion against the Evanurus, and a reason he imprisoned them.
Of all the ancient things to unearth, of course it had to be 2 of the Evanurus. And of course it had to be you that unearthed them.
Tareth is in bad shape. We need to get him back to the camp.
We've still got dozens of veil jumpers unaccounted for.
How can we help?
We need to find Belara Lute. She's the best there is at working with our ancient artifacts.
And also at blowing them up.
She was off looking for another artifact before this ritual shook everything loose. If anyone can get a handle on all this wild magic and the artifacts it's setting off, it'll be her.
Right. Then you two get your friend back to your camp and we'll find Belara.
Harding, you're injured. Stay here with the Veil Jumpers.
I can help.
I know you want to, but we don't know what we'll face out there, and you're in no condition to fight.
Okay, fine. I'll stay.
We'll meet you back at the Veil Jumper camp. It's just south of here.
Belara's out near some elven ruins to the west. At least she was 3 days ago. I'd start your search there.
Good luck, Rook. And thank you.
Yeah, no, definitely. You won't find a reviewer that 100% lines up with you, but I think generally you'll find people that that you kind of generally align with, you know, in most cases. It's not released because the digital version is, I think it's another an hour and 45 minutes until it's up. I have a physical PS5 version, so that's why I can play it.
I've never seen fog like this.
Okay,
Something's not right.
Open the journal. Yeah, that Mortismal game, it really seemed to have just, like, I never heard of him up until like a couple of months ago, and then it's almost like he started to blow up, which is really cool. I know he does them like reviews after 100%, which is quite, I mean, I can appreciate his dedication.
So that suit of armor is moving.
But I'm actually not, like, I'm genuinely not, like, I don't think you need to 100% the game to give a good review. Yeah, so wait, or what Huden, how it works is like, there's always a time where the storefronts get updated, and it's different depending on what region you're in. I think in Ireland, it's like 5 or 6 p.m. So if a game isn't out at a midnight launch, it's usually out around 5, 6 p.m. of that day. So.
Didn't you used to be a veil jumper? You left with Varric. What was your name?
Rook. At least that's the nickname Varric gave me.
Nevgallus.
Wait, I know that name. But
Wait, Kev, do you like The Last of Us? Obviously, no spoilers. They don't want to spoil The Last of Us 2 for anybody. So, do you like Last of Us 2? Because I love Last of Us 2.
For the worse, unfortunately. Our gods, Elganan and Gillenane, they've escaped from Fen'Harel's prison. And by all accounts, they want to destroy the world.
oh, yes, that is very.
Yeah, I think, okay, cool, yeah. Angry Joe actually used a clip from my Suicide Squad stream earlier on in the year in one of his videos.
It's a lot to take in.
It does sort of explain a few things, though.
Like what exactly?
The surge of raw magic in the area. These artifacts started waking up a while ago, but in fits and starts. One here, a couple there. Then,
A couple of days ago, the sky split open. And now, raw magic. Thick as fog. Only a god, or gods, could have done that. There's something kind of exciting about it. And dangerous. Really dangerous. Dangerous enough that I was gonna head back to the Veil Jumper camp, but...
But what?
See that shimmer? That's a veil bubble. It's separating us from the rest of the real world, so to speak. You can only pass through it one way. Once you're in, you can't get out.
Strife and Irilyn said you're their best Veil Jumper. Hope that means you've got an idea.
Maybe. A bubble like that? There has to be something at the center that's generating it. Something powerful. If we can find it and remove it safely, I mean, the bubble itself should collapse.
And then we're back in reality?
I sure hope so.
Well then, let's get going.
Yeah, well, it did shock me. Okay, game volume up. Cool, will do. So let me, we'll pop it up about to there. So just let me know how that is. If it gets too loud in combat, let me know. Yeah, we'll see. I enjoy the game. I don't think anything will ever beat Morrigan's romance option from Dragon Age Origins.
There are Veil Jumper camps all over Arlington. It's a big forest.
Flawless crystals.
Where the magic will start going wild.
Now let's see what sort of exploration does this game have? Is it actually, these areas are quite linear here.
I've been trying to get to the artifact at the center of the bubble, but these magical constructs keep getting in the way.
A few dozen demons shouldn't be a problem.
Spirits, not demons. They're animating those suits of armor. The armor's attuned to the artifact to protect it from threats.
Ah, and I'm guessing it sees us as threats.
Mantle the feckin' rock. Okay, now we get to see what an actual bit of like gameplay is, you know, when we're exploring an area and what you find, and is there many like side areas you can go to or whatever. Oh, nugs! I wonder, can I kill them? Okay, I assume... Yeah, okay, I can see where I get to that chest anyway. Can I kill the nugs? I can't. Okay. It's pretty strange.
That's the edge of the bubble. Can't pass through it. We need to shut down the artifact first.
Oh, I thought, like, they just didn't... I thought they were two dead nugs I could pick up. And the animation just didn't play or something. I don't know. This looks like I can collect something over here, but I can't.
Is that water just swirling into the air?
It is.
I've never seen that kind of magical anomaly here before.
We call it the whirlpool. They're not usually this big, though.
Let's see, can we swim? I don't think the water... Yeah, the water isn't deep enough to swim. So I'm gonna take a guess that you can't swim. Now there was a chest up here. Oh, and a note. A barely legible note. Construct broke my leg. Veradin took a blade to the gut. We can hear them above us on the bridge. Once they leave, we'll make a break for it. They can't wait for us to forever, right? Oh yes, I got some nug meat. See, that's what I wanted. I wanted to be able to... So, nug meat is an item, but I can't hunt the nugs. Okay, and that's where I would have come from. Can I? No, I thought maybe I could jump into the water and like use it as an updraft of some sort. A rough leather. Very useful.
Demons! Right where we need to go.
So let's deal with them.
Oh, I blocked that. Okay, companion abilities. Oh, wait. Okay, that's attack targets. Fade bolts. Oh, she has a healing spell. Okay, healing spells are back. Time slow. Let's go, time slow. Oh, so you use your normal attacks to build up being able to use your other skills. And if we do this, and then shot, block that. Oh yeah, that's a cool ability. Oh cool, and then, oh deadly. Okay, and it's all on the hotbar as well. Okay, I like that. I like it a lot. I'm nearly leveled up again. How was the audio during combat there? It was fine?
Theories, but nothing definite. We might find some clues in the ruins, though.
Can Solas do healing?
Nice to find ruins that haven't been picked.
Yeah, how do I go into my...
Most people are too afraid to go this deep into Arlathan, except us veil jumpers.
With how wild the magic's been here.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought there was no healing in Inquisition. Okay, so we got our gear. Is there a transmog, I wonder? Skills. I still haven't leveled up. Can I level... Please tell me I can level up individual characters. Like my party members. I'll be kind of sad if I can't.
Well, isn't this a sight?
Wait, is this? No, it can't.
It's Hogwarts.
Not here.
Can't be what?
We have to get over there. The artifact we're looking for must be inside.
Do you know what this place was?
Could have been a temple, could have been where they stored food. But judging by the sentinels, it's probably something important.
I don't remember the Solas cancer arc. See, the way this movement and combat feels, it feels like if Inquisition was built like this, a bit more mobile, the movement just feels a bit better. Maybe that whole sort of open world stuff would actually have been less annoying.
No, we can make a bridge. There should be a power crystal somewhere nearby.
That looks like a power crystal to me.
Got it.
Bring it over here and slot it in. And there we go. Easy.
Welcome, Joe. Welcome.
Wow, isn't that something?
Well, actually, I learned the proper pronunciation of that name. I'm not even going to try to attempt it. But there's almost like an N sound at the end of it, isn't there?
I need to shut it down before we can go up the path. But doing that,
Because I heard like some Portuguese, how Portuguese and Brazilian footballers pronounce their names. And it's completely different to how I would have thought. Oh, cool. So they can actually... Oh, cool. It's like the Lego games. That's actually, it's so cool how he does the arrow sweep as well. Ah, cool. Okay, that's good. I like that. I like that as a concept. Leveling them up through doing quests. Ah, I'm messing up the parry. Oh crap, with no more arrows. Does using abilities get rid of barriers quicker? It does. Okay. Level 3! Yes!
That's the last of the magic energy. Path should be clear ahead.
Yeah, I need to change the camera speed. The camera speed is very slow. Let me actually have a look at that. Let's have a look at the menus here. Depth of field. Yeah, we just wanted in. Do I want? No, I don't want a vignette. Cool. Audio. Yeah, that's fine. Controls. Controller mapping. Okay, I think we popped this up to like 1. We got about a 140 maybe. Yeah, cool. All that gameplay, combat preset. That is the normal. Yes, it is. That's middle of the road. Aim assist, aim snap, advanced combat settings, camera shake, face melee target. Cool. Oh, hide helmet. Yeah, well, so far I'm having a good time. But again, we'll see how it shapes out. I mean, I'm if I'm right, I believe this is like a proper like 50+ hour long RPG, which should be pretty interesting because I think Dragon Age Origins is a bit longer. It can be long, but you know, it's still pretty yeah. I just need to pee. I lost my train of thought, so I just need to pee. I'll be back and we'll continue the stream. Thank you everybody for watching. BRB. I have returned. Thank you everybody for waiting. Now, let's get back into Dragon Age The Veilguard, which again still throws me off. We got a pot for pots. Now I'm trying to figure out if it is worth your while exploring, because earlier on in the year when Black Myth Wukong came out, I thought the level design in that game was absolutely dreadful. They did not make levels. They just made a world that looks like a place and forgot to build a level around
So
it.
you're really Nev Gallus? The detective from Minrathis?
Last time I checked.
I've read about you. You've gone after some powerful mages before, but Fen Harel? The real Fen Harel?
And now Elganon and Gillenane, apparently.
My actual gods are out there trying to end the world, and Nev Gallus is on the case. I can't believe it.
See, that's the Marvel writing creeping in there. Like, just I don't know. So far, everything wasn't very Marvel-y, but
Another Sentinel construct. We'll have to take it down.
oh.
Okay, easy enough.
Okay, I think you deal a lot of damage to the enemies. I want to go back here, see if there... Oh yeah, look. We've got some triples. And a raven. What are you?
Someone met a bad end here.
Even mages have trouble with the artifacts here. They expect them to work like, you know, normal magic.
Can I get one of my
But they're
characters to interact with this?
The magic's more alive somehow.
I don't think I can. No, doesn't look like it. Yeah, why you then? That's the perfect early PC gaming thing. Memories like when I first got into PC gaming, I was literally playing games on our family Dell laptop that heated up so much that like for the first 30 minutes of gaming, it would play Minecraft at like 30 FPS back in the day on like Minecraft Alpha, and after 30 minutes hit and the thing started to heat up, it would genuinely run at like 10 frames a second. And playing TF2, trying to figure out even just to be able to get the game running, there was something very, very nostalgic about that. Luckily, I played Origins on the PS3 for the first time, so I didn't have to worry about any of that. But even today, like when I played Origins there, I have an Origins video up. I played it at like 4K, well 1440p actually, 144 hertz and all that. So, oh yeah, I can level up. Oh yes, +2 arrows after defeating an enemy. Thank you, tainted breath. Oh yeah, Origins is still amazing. It's still amazing. And I think it's a shame with Origins that there's no Mass or Dragon Age collection like they did with Mass Effect. Because they are generally, I mean, if you're a PC gamer, it's fine, but for like console gamers, they are generally inaccessible. Mike, yes, it actually does work. Like, you still have to sign up for Origin, and that's annoying, but it works fine. Well, it works fine if you do a quick fix. You have to basically download something. Nowadays, Origins has an issue with crashing a lot on modern PCs, but there's basically just a patch that you download, you put it in the install folder, you run it, and then it'll be fine. And I don't think I had a single crash after that, but before it was literally crashing like every 20 minutes or so. Yeah, I need to use the companion abilities a bit more. Okay, so we're nearly at a 50-50 on if you're getting... I'm going to end the poll. So it's at a 50-50. Well, 48-52. Like, 52% no. So it's actually... I was genuinely expecting like a 30-70 no.
What sort of artifact are we finding? A weapon?
An archive spirit.
What?
A creature of the Fade, bound to a crystal. Our ancestors used them to store knowledge and to help them dream.
Dream, 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 dream. Was that Shark Boy and Lava Girl? I think it was. It was either that or Spy Kids. Those were the days, the early 3D movies. And then remember there was that period, like, maybe, would it be maybe 2010 to 2015, where every single movie was in 3D?
Darkspawn.
You had to wear the 3D glasses. Not the all blue and red ones, but the sort of annoying 3D glasses that just darkened everything. I like the Darkspawn design. Okay, I'm trying to get used to the combos here. Freeze them. Oh, and then you can probably shatter them too, maybe.
Here. I never would have believed it.
Yeah, the combat seems pretty slick, pretty fun. Again, it might be on it. So far, it's definitely on the easy side. Like, there's almost no challenge whatsoever. So maybe playing on a harder difficulty might work better. I'm not sure. I'll figure that out.
Another one of those resonance amplifiers.
But again, with these RPGs, you have to really be wary about, like, judging your combat system early on how it feels, because, you know, if this is a 50-hour long game, which I think it is, if I only have 3 abilities and then maybe a handful of 3 different combo abilities, is like, you know, that could get very, very samey very quickly. And if there's no, like, enemies or fun, like, I always go back, I said it earlier in the stream, but I always go back to Final Fantasy 16, where that game is really fun for like 15 hours, and then afterwards you just realize it's the same thing over and over again. Oh, that's pretty interesting. I've never done that myself. I usually start on normal, and then the odd time I'll up it to hard. I rarely play games on hard, especially because I'm reviewing games. I would like to review it on the difficulty that most people will play it on, because then you can judge it better for like the audience kind of thing. And then the odd game like certain turn-based games, I usually turn them on easy mode because I'm just bad at turn-based games. Give me like an action game, Elden Ring, Devil May Cry, something like this, fine, I'll play it on whatever difficulty. Give me a turn-based game, I'm just bad at them, and I've just accepted it. Yeah, Legolas. He's Legolas, but he dyed his hair a bit darker. Yeah, I didn't finish Final Fantasy 16. I think I got about 25 hours in, and I was like, I'm alright, thank you.
I've never seen Darkspawn this deep into Arlington Forest before. As far as I know, it's never happened.
Could the Elven gods be commanding the Darkspawn? Solas did say they were blighted.
I wonder if there are any like open areas in this game, because so far these places feel like levels and not areas, if you get me, if you understand what I'm trying to say.
Right. Let's get to that central temple. More Darkspawn, right where you broke that wall.
Oh yes, we're like, this is like Heavenly Sword all over again. Fucking, now I don't have to sit on this, I don't think, but like, give me a turret section. God, the fog, this is there's some large damage numbers. Yeah, that's actually, whoever talking about Legolas there, that is actually kind of what this area reminds me of, something like, you know, Lord of the Rings War in the North or something, where they're very clearly levels.
And Another resonance amplifier.
Should be the last one, I hope.
Fingers crossed.
Okay, so that would open up that area. Making sure I'm not missing anything, you know? Oh, we got some boys here. The boys are going to spawn. Well, enjoy the game. I think I would agree with your statement that BioWare, or old BioWare, only innovates. Because, like, they are, like, BioWare is such an influential studio.
Have you noticed?
Like, the amount of amazing games they made is unreal.
I mean, it's almost like it's feeding off the elven magic.
I'm not sure if breaking stuff is any use or not. And like, I think the fact that these feel very level-ish. Like, I actually wonder, does anyone know? I should have done some research before, but I'm pretty sure this Dragon Age was going to be like a multiplayer live service game, and then I don't know if they fully scrapped it or maybe they kept certain things, but this is what it feels like. It feels like these are levels that you would just load into. And there's like chests littered around the place. They almost remind me of the Dragon Age Inquisition multiplayer levels. I loved the Dragon Age Inquisition multiplayer. I thought that was great. I had a load of fun playing with one of my friends back in the day.
If the building's what I think it is, then the alignment means we're here. This is it. This is where it was kept.
Where what was kept?
The archive spirit, or as the ancient elves called it, Nodus Derthalin. It means the inevitability of knowledge.
Why is it called that?
I don't know, actually. The notes were never very clear on that, but I plan to find out.
More constructs ahead.
Freeze them. Ah. Oh. Dodge. Yes, enjoy the game. Apparently this game runs really well on PC, which is great to see because PC people have been really fecked over in the past couple of years with ports of games. It's like we're back in the 2012 era of PC gaming where so many ports were just awful. But yeah, I've heard on high-end and low-end machines this game runs really well. So far, it runs really well on PlayStation. I genuinely haven't noticed a single frame drop, which is saying something considering like Final Fantasy 16 doesn't run very well. Rebirth runs well, but doesn't look great. Immortals of Avium last year on PlayStation stutters like God knows what. Alan Wake 2 had some issues as well. You know, so there's been loads of games that have had loads of performance issues. So far anyway, it's good to see that it's actually running pretty well. Oh, I see.
There has to be another one of those power crystals around here somewhere.
You load a manageable junk on GPU. What is that? Are you talking about, like, the character? Okay, where's this thing? It's up here? What are you?
Another ballista. I bet we could use it to break through that wall.
I bet we could use it to break through that wall. And the game looks really, really good. Inquisition, like I was streaming Inquisition only a couple of days ago, and Inquisition now obviously I'm playing it on PC, you know, whatever, 1440p and really high frame rate and all that. But Inquisition still looks great. Okay, we got through this door now. Oh yeah, sorry, I was like, where did I put that? I was like, oh, the game's glitched. The amount of times that happens, especially when you're reviewing a game early. I've had to email a couple of like PR people and say like, oh yeah, you know, I think this might be glitch, and they just have to politely not call me an idiot, and they're just like, oh no, if you just go to here and do this, it's like you'll be able to get through. I was like, oh yeah, I'm actually just dumb. And it happens.
So many questions for it.
You're going to ask it questions?
It's an archive spirit.
Oh yes, I know what you mean, yeah. Yeah, I guess that does do a lot for optimization. Now, I wonder if the gear actually does anything. Because that is one thing that I love about Dragon Age Origins specifically. The gear is, like, really does make a difference.
Okay, here it is. The Nodus Thallen.
So we take it and we're good, right? We can head back.
Oh, I wish. No, it's a lot trickier than that.
As if darkspawn demons and animated suits of armor aren't tricky enough.
Nothing's ever easy, is it? So what makes this tricky?
If I remove the artifact the way I'd usually do it, it'll explode and take out half of Arlathan with it. Good news is, I think I can shunt the energy somewhere else. Okay, here we go. The way the magic is pulsing, I've never seen this before. It's almost like it's breathing.
Oh, cool. It's an ogre. Very cartoony looking. I'm not. I don't mind that design. It's actually pretty cool. Okay, we can't dodge that anyway. Okay, I can't cancel my attacks, I don't think. With like a dodge or a block. I think you can cancel them with a dodge anyway. Maybe not a block. Okay, I need to get used to using the D-pad to... Oh, cool, we got an ultimate. Oh, baby. Okay. We unlocked an ultimate. Did he have a big red arsehole? I think he might have.
Well, wasn't expecting to fight an ogre today. Then again, I also didn't expect to learn that my gods are rampaging around and trying to end the world.
Oh, no, it was going so good. Please, like, why? Why? Why do they feel the need to add that in? That's just annoying writing, like just bad.
Let's
So far, I'm like, yeah, it sounds like a Dragon Age game, and then it's like, oh, I wasn't expecting to kill an ogre today. I don't know. They just can't really help themselves.
There we go. Ooh. No. That's good. I think. Oh.
What does that crystal do?
Keeps the artifact powered. Focuses the ambient magical energy. That's why these things still work, thousands of years later. Oh. No, you don't.
Sulanan, Vir Sulevanan, and Asal Dirthara.
Well then.
I am the Nadas Dirtharan.
Right, I have questions.
I am the Nadas Dirtharan. What do you...
So that's the Nardis Dathalan.
It was, or is, I mean. Crystal's broken though, needs fixing. It's kinda my thing, fixing magical stuff. Strife and Ireland will want to know about this. And the Blight, and the Darkspawn. Let me know when you're ready to head to the Veil Jumper camp.
Yeah, now give me something cool. Give me like a cool ball in this chest, please. Yep, level up. Yup. Okay, cool. So I can equip my companions with gear, which I like. Was that always there? Or did that just become... Alluvian Expert, Veil Jumper, Mage... They all have skill trees as well. Yes, I like it. I like it. Oh, I like it a lot. What ability do I like? Okay, applies weakened is probably something that I want. It detonates and sundered. Okay. Oh, we'll just pop that in there. Harding? No, no points. No points, okay. Oh, Harding has a healing ability too. Soothing Potion. Oh, nice. Can I... Oh, okay. I see. Weakened, detonates, and sundered. Okay, we'll just stick with that for now. Character I can also level up, can I? Empty helmet slot. I don't have any rings or anything. Where do I level up? Resources, skills. That's where it is. Can be charged up. Do I really want to charge my bow? I don't think I do, because that sounds pretty boring. But I think I might have to. Yep. I think that's everything, isn't it? Yes. Let's go back.
Ready to go?
Let's go.
Right. Let's get moving.
Come on. I'll show you the way to the Veil Jumper camp.
11 wounded, 16 on bed rest, and some of our most experienced fighters are still missing.
We're running out of veil jumpers. Whatever's going on out there, it's scary.
Jahel and Milva never reported back from Demeter's crossing.
There are 100 people living in that village, or near enough. You're back, and you're alive. Good.
Sounds like things have gotten a lot worse since we left.
Darkspawn. They're showing up all over Arlethan, attacking anyone in their path.
We've evacuated 3 daily settlements already.
We ran into Darkspawn too, near the Nodus Dirthalin.
Wait, you found the Nodus Dirthalin? The archives.
Awesome.
We could ask it about
Unfortunately,
the gods, figure out their next move.
is that what language is that? I can't understand, unfortunately. I think Chow means boy.
Archive's broken. Won't tell us anything. But that doesn't matter. Any Dalish settlements we can save, we should.
So far, we've been lucky and arrived just in time. But given how fast these Darkspawn are moving, it's only a matter of time till our luck runs out.
Well, it hasn't run out yet. So let's stretch it until it breaks.
If we could predict where they'd strike next, we might get ahead of them. But so far, they've been unpredictable.
Which leaves us with what?
Demeter's crossing.
What?
Irulan and Strife. When we came in, you said you'd lost contact with Demeter's crossing. We could go check it out.
Ah, Fall, welcome.
The 3 of us, I mean.
You mean 4?
It's going good here.
You're not leaving me behind.
You were just wounded.
How are you?
We can...
You'll have to tie me up to keep me here.
I don't know what
There
you're
is
going to
something
find
weird
there,
about the way the audio is
Likely
cut in
nothing
these
good,
cutscenes
but you'd be
or
saving
conversations.
people, and it might get you on the trail of the gods.
Demeter's crossing's on the far side of the lake. There's a
So
small
far,
boat
Fall,
at
I'm
the
actually
docks.
really enjoying it. I'm
We'll
enjoying
take
it
you
more
there.
than I would
Try
have
not to
thought I
die,
would.
Or make things worse. And Rook,
Yeah?
watch your back.
I was kind of worried about the tone of the game, and I mean, it is less what Dragon Age is typically, but it's so far still pretty good tonally. Quest completed. Entropy's Grasp. Yeah, the animation is really the animation is pretty rough, but
We'll need a boat
or
to get
it's
there.
fine.
Let's head to the dock.
I'm not one of them people that needs really high
What you in?
quality budget animations
You want me to
because I
sell
think
you a Rex or a Bob? Or
I think
both?
the problem with it is that a lot of people have really high expectations for what games can be because they've watched I don't know, Red Dead 2 or whatever. So unfortunately not every studio can do that. Quality and sort of budget and time wise. And I think it probably leads to I think it leads to the reason why game budgets are so overinflated and also really long development times because that's what people expect. And I'm totally fine with this level of animation.
Sounds like a lot happened here.
What hasn't happened? This area is where Tevinter Magisters destroyed Arlethan City centuries ago. A whole lot of blood magic during the war.
And now?
Whatever Solas did stirred up everything again. The old blood magic from the war, it never went away.
The main character looked like he was
Ancient
half
relics
asleep.
peer out of thin air,
No, I don't
ruins
think so.
float. It's like An old
I think
wound
he
that
looks
never healed.
relatively
Now it's
awake,
bleeding
maybe.
again.
Oh, we got some of this that we can grab.
There we go.
An Imperial Weave and more Heartwood. Cool.
What have you?
Now, can we swim?
That was the capital city, all of it.
No, you can't swim.
This
Okay.
is what's left of it after the war.
I don't imagine it floated back in the day.
Foe, as I always say, I typically stay away from reviews, but for this game I couldn't help myself. So I watched a couple. Very all over the place. Like reviewers like Skill Up, Mr. Manny Plays really didn't like the game. I think it's at like an 80 something on Metacritic, which is way higher than I would have thought. So generally people like it. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So far I'm enjoying it. But as I keep saying, you never know how it's gonna, specifically with like RPGs, you never know what it's gonna be like after 50 hours kind of thing, you know? Okay, now how do I currently inaccessible? So I wondered, you know the way earlier I had to use what's her name? The character. I had to use her to fix that broken machine. I wonder if I will find other companions that, like when I'm in certain areas, I'll have to backtrack with them to be able to do it. Okay, let's go.
Harding, you sure you're up for this?
I'm fine. I need to get back in the fight.
Then let's go.
I've never seen fog this thick in Dumat's Crossing. This isn't right. The dock usually has people bringing goods to market.
Yeah, see, I've heard, like, I hear a lot of people say that about RPGs, and I think
something happened here.
Generally, like, the amount of times you play an RPG, say you put 15, 20 hours into it, and then people will say, oh, and you gave up, like, you didn't get to see it properly. It's like, if a game isn't clicking with you in, okay, maybe 10 hours, especially for RPGs, like, if a game isn't clicking with you in 10 or 15 hours, like, well, everyone's well within their right to put a game down whenever they want. And they don't have to explain themselves, but like, you know, it's on the game to hook you, regardless of how much time you put into it.
Everybody?
And of course, there are certain games that you need to sort of give room to breathe and set things up. Like if you're playing a game for 10 hours, and they sit there and like, oh yeah, it gets good after 20 hours. I'm not putting double the amount of time I've already put into it just to see if the game is good, you know? Oh, so breaking crates. Oh no, now I'm gonna be like Link. I just got an item for breaking through a crate there, so.
It's market day. People should be out selling eggs and buying bread.
Okay, so Harding is here, but she's not part of the team.
They barricaded the main entrance into town.
To keep something out?
No, to keep something in.
Yeah, see, games like Fallout and Skyrim and Oblivion and all that, they got me, they hooked me straight away because of how open they are.
Blight. Even worse than in the forest.
Oh.
You okay? What happened here?
I think these people are infected.
Inside. Listen to the mayor.
Listen to
Hello?
the mayor.
We'll be rewarded. all of... No, you can't leave.
Hey, can you hear me?
Just stay here, and everything will be fine.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you at all.
Someone used powerful magic to dominate the minds of these villagers.
The town square.
We need to
Oh,
search
I'm
for
blighted, shit.
survivors.
Let's see what we can find. Fan out.
Can I destroy this with my bow? I can.
This is Adeline. I knew her. She was a farmer. Sold spices to us, the best in Arlathan. I can't believe this happened.
Is that an Aravel on the roof?
The blight
It might
must
be.
have lifted it up there.
What is an Aravel? A boat? Just forget it. The mayor's not worth arguing with. He'll take gold from the town coffers for a new fountain in the square outside its front window. But good lumber to fix the docks, that's everyone's use. Or that's for everyone's use. That's far too expensive. Cool. Okay, so the mayor of this town is an arsehole, as we have established. So far, none of them notes or anything have been very compelling. I'm playing it on PS5 Fo in performance mode, and it runs really smoothly. It looks pretty good too.
Anything like it.
I have like
Never.
genuinely 0 frame
Blight's
drops so
usually
far.
Dead, static, but this is alive.
Oh, roar in the distance.
Something big. Stay sharp.
Over there. 2 more survivors.
Hey, what's going on here?
Find the veil jumpers. Bring them to the mayor.
They're talking about Jahel and Milva.
They said bring them to the
Yeah,
mayor.
well, I mean, Xander, welcome to the stream.
Maybe we'll find your
Also,
friends.
like, I love, like, well, Dishonored, so Dishonored is published by Bethesda. It's not made by them, it's made by Arcane. But, I love Dishonored. There's definitely crossover with the types of games they are. Like, I love Dishonored, I love Elder Scrolls, I love Fallout. And Starfield, like, I did one save where I didn't beat the game, but I put, like, 30, 40 hours into it, and then I finally beat it there and made a video on it. And it's just not great, and even Shattered Space came out, and I'm like, I played Shattered Space, and that wasn't good either. Like, I don't know. Starfield, very disappointed in Starfield. Because I'm very excited for it. Like, I'm really excited for Dragon Age here, but I probably, well, no, actually, I'm probably, because I prefer fantasy over sci-fi, but I prefer Bethesda games over BioWare games, typically. So, it's probably like a net neutral, you know, I kind of prefer them, or I was equally as excited for Starfield as I was for Veilguard here.
Milva!
Another veil jumper.
Melara.
Jahel! He's alive!
Melara.
We're going to help you. We'll get you down, Jahel.
No, listen. The gods have returned. I saw them. I heard their voices.
The gods did this?
A blood ritual to release the blight. And the villagers, they said they needed power. Melara, be careful.
Okay, so we're getting into, you know, typical Dragon Age. Like, this is dark Dragon Age, you know, blood, blight. What we like to see, what we like to see.
Help me, anyone!
Oh, do they use God? I don't think I copped that. I don't think I copped that. Yeah, I'd love in New Vegas. I'd just love to be able to play New Vegas on PlayStation and get trophies for it. Even if it's literally just like up-res it, make it so that it doesn't crash on PlayStation, and also it's available on PlayStation 5 and not through PS3 streaming. That'd be great. Okay, We're going to pause this for 2 seconds. I have to go get a sandwich. I have my sandwich and my crisps because I'm very hungry. So while this cutscene plays and while all this story stuff happens, I'm going to eat. So I'll be back. 2 seconds. Oh yeah, don't worry, Fo. We're gonna do a full react now. React to the sandwich. I got a Tesco falafel and hummus wrap now, and a packet of potato salt and vinegar crisps. So I'm gonna mute the mic because I hate listening to people chewing, and I don't want to subject anyone to that. We will watch the cutscene.
Help me! Hurry!
A dragon? Here?
No! 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 Please! Hey!
Fresh blood, a hungry heart. Creature, come to me.
I know you. You're the mayor of this town.
The village. The people. Are they,
Blighted. Dead. All of them.
You gave them to the gods, didn't you? Didn't you?
They were in my head. Infecting my thoughts. They made me do it. Please, help me.
You're not going anywhere until I get the full story.
I tried to protect people. You have to believe me. The gods told me to lure the Veil Jumpers to the center of town. The others were to be rounded up and kept safe. They would be the first to witness the glory of Gilnenane's new creation. She showed me gold. So much gold.
Right. We walk right through that new creation. A lot of dead people.
Also, the gods could gain power from the blight.
I never meant for that, I swear! You must believe me!
The gods exploited his greed and fear.
I'm supposed to feel sorry for him? I say we leave him right here.
But I'll die. The blights! Everywhere. What if the dragon comes back?
If we let you go, you'll run straight back to the gods.
They were in his head. Their influence might linger.
I understand what they do now. I won't be tempted again, I swear.
Rook?
Let's get him out of there.
What? This entire village is dead because of him.
I know.
Then why spare him?
We don't kill people. Not like this. We're not murderers. We're not like the gods.
Thank you.
I didn't ask for your gratitude.
Then, if I may offer some advice, steel yourself. I felt their power. The promises they make, it's irresistible.
Then try harder next time. Don't make me regret saving you.
Yes, of course. But you all should be worried about the rest of the world. Or this will be our future.
The Fade had opened, and the gods were free. Thanks to Solas, they'd woken up to find their empire, their subjects, even their fellow gods, all gone. But they still had the power of the blight, and corrupting a village was just the start. They made plans to tap more of the blight, all of it, to rebuild their empire. As a path to power, it had its costs. And everyone would pay for it.
Yeah, Varrig's voice is amazing. Thank you everybody for sitting around and enjoy the game. Enjoy the game. See, I assume, yeah, most people be ready for their getting ready for their playthrough soon. So we'll keep going. We'll keep going for another while, and then when everyone dips to actually play the game, we'll end the stream. That is probably in an hour or so, if not more, and then I'll have a video up at some point. Hello, Grand Adventures. Welcome. So far, this game's great. I'm really enjoying it. I think the combat is quite fun. It's pretty... The only thing is, it's quite easy. I'm playing it on normal difficulty. It's very easy. So, I wonder how annoying that might get later on if it just doesn't pose any challenge. The game runs really well on PS5. It looks really good. There's been a couple of cringy Disney/Marvel-esque writing moments, but not too many so far, which I'm happy with. In general, it still feels like Dragon Age in these opening couple of hours, which again, I'm very happy with. And we'll see how that pans out whenever, you know, I finish this game in the next couple of weeks. Because I think it's like 50 hours long or something.
They're dead.
Yeah, see, I got a physical PS5 copy, so
I've
had it since this morning. I'm going to eat my crisps again while we listen to this conversation. Crisps are not something you can eat on a microphone, or chips, as Americans call them.
Everywhere. The entire village was overrun.
The few who survived are controlled by blood magic. Their minds are gone.
Algernon and Gillenane used them like puppets.
I dare say it was a show of force.
Look who it is!
They will not rest until you are on your knees, fearful, cowering, helpless in the face of such power.
That is the same voice actress, isn't it?
Morrigan?
'Tis simply Morrigan to you, Scout Harding. What a pleasure to see you again.
Rook, this is Morrigan, an old acquaintance. I thought she could help.
I don't mind the redesign. I think it's pretty good.
The Inquisition when Varric and I were part of it. She knew more about ancient magic than anyone, except Solas.
'Twas both pleasure and necessity to help then, as it is now. Stopping Elganon and Gillenane shall require many hands.
So who are you exactly?
I have borne many appellations. Advisor to Orlais, Witch of the Wilds, friend to the Inquisition. My place here, however, is but a humble advisor on matters arcane.
Witch of the Wilds?
An honorific born of rumor and exaggeration. The fearsome reputations of your opponents, however, are duly earned. This dark turn of events shall only become worse.
and I look forward to your help.
How refreshing. Your cooperative nature is appreciated in return.
What can you tell us about all this?
As dangerous as Solas himself may be, his imprisonment of the gods was just. To leave them unchecked would have been the very end of Thedas.
Just to be clear, you know your old friend Solas is actually the Dreadwolf.
So I have come to learn. It rather explains how he knew such a great deal of ancient elven history, and why he became so vexed when I attempted to explain it to him. Whilst I cannot claim the same depth of knowledge, the knowledge I do possess is yours for the asking.
I hope it helps. For all we know, the entire world will look like Demetus Crossing once the gods are through.
Not if we stop it first.
Ah, the confidence of youth. You shall need a good deal more of it.
I suppose you have some advice?
Set aside your notions of godhood and see them for the ancient, powerful mages they are. Standing against them shall require serious magic of your own. When you interrupted the Dreadwolf's ritual, did you happen across any of the tools?
Terrence, welcome. No, I don't think it is. I believe it's live in 30 minutes. Or 35 minutes, 36 to be specific. I got a physical PS5 version, so I've been able to play it since I bought it.
Is there anything else Solas might have had that could help us? We're in his, well, he calls it the lighthouse?
Ah, yes. The legendary sanctum of the Dreadwolf. 'Tis said his Illuvian, the Viravas, could travel to any other Illuvian of his choosing.
That's not how it works right now. It only goes to Arlethan.
I can take a look at it. Maybe fix it, even. I know Illuvians better than most.
Any help you can offer, we'd appreciate.
If Illuvians even work the same way, all the magic is different now. Our gods are back. Our gods! And they're killing people and blighting the world. How do we stand up against that?
We work together.
None of us can do this alone, but we can stop them together. Alara, you're one of the only people in the world who can get our Illuvian working. Harding can track down the Lyrium dagger, and Nev can spot any clues we might miss that give us more information.
No, I don't really plan on getting Red Dead Redemption 1 on PC. Maybe sometime in the future, but I already own it on the Switch.
Indeed.
So I've no
Prepare yourselves well and have a care in your choices.
I've no problem with that.
These are the times
or I've no
legends are born or slain.
Yeah,
in this battle,
Rockstar just never really been my thing, if I'm being honest.
Right. Let's move.
Facial animations are pretty iffy. Yes, they are. They're definitely a bit stiff. I don't really have a problem with it, mostly. I mean, most. I do think, barring a few, most RPGs have bad facial animations in conversation. So it's almost something you're just going to get used to. Well, that makes sense. Been waiting all day for people playing it live because I can't afford it yet. Well, Teresa, whatever. Happy I found you. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And I hope you enjoyed the stream. I'm. Have you played the other Dragon Age games? Okay, we got my ultimate ability.
I should have taken the shot.
That would have made things worse.
You don't know that. All you have are guesses.
We're up against something unfamiliar, working with more rumors than facts. Of course, that's all I have.
I should have taken the shot.
We shouldn't be at each other's throats.
I'm not. Nev, I'm not. I don't blame you, or Rook, or anyone.
So just yourself? How's that working out?
Tried to stop the world from being swallowed by chaos, and now it might be swallowed by chaos anyway. Elven gods escaped from their prison, Solas is in your head, and we're scrambling to figure out what to do. And Varric.
Varric knew the risks. He knew.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing with
We're still
Skill Up and Mr. Matty Plays review. I would
You know,
I would be inclined to think eventually I will probably fall in line with them. Their general thoughts, but we'll see.
While I can get stuck on questions
Ah, you were.
Well, we need someone.
See, LA Noir's facial animations are really weird because it's like they just be like, "Yeah, I'm talking," and then they'll finish their conversation. They'll just be like, they'll just like do some weird thing.
He could rely on. We have to be that team.
Play to our strengths.
Well, Teresa, if you do have any opportunity to play Dragon Age Origins, I would highly recommend. I have a video on my channel. I just did, but yeah, Dragon Age Origins is still an amazing game. And do I have any idea for Game of the Year? Astrobot, just off the top of my head, the games that would be in contention would be Astrobot, Silent Hill 2, if I can manage to basically grow a pair and finish it, but probably won't be able to. But I think if I had beaten that game, that very well could be it. So Astrobot, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Silent Hill 2, if I could beat it. Metaphor, I think I could see being up there if I beat it. I'm just chipping away at that game like 30 hours in now. Just taking a handy. There's probably a couple of others, but I'd have to. They're just the ones that are just top of my head. Can I burn grass? Well, unfortunately, I don't have any fire spells, so I won't be able to find out anytime soon.
Was here. Something took it.
But I don't think there's like you can have like you can. It still has the same thing where you can like what you call it. You can freeze an enemy and then use a big heavy ability to shatter them, or you know, stuff like that. So Just got an email there about something that looks like could be kind of fun. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm really enjoying Grand Adventures. I'm really enjoying Metaphor. I'm like 30 hours in, and I'm just taking my time, because I think one of my biggest problems with them sort of Persona-ish games is like, I feel like, oh, I need to get through this in like a month or two. But I'm just accepting that I mightn't beat Metaphor until like January, but that's fine. And I play it on the PS Portal in bed. Just maybe every second or third night, I just play it for like, you know, an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then that's it, you know? Yeah, Origins, what a game. What a game. And I'm so glad that Origins still stands the test of time. In most ways, anyway. Yep. I think that's the way to do it. And I don't feel like any pressure to get through it. Especially because since I do this channel, Grand Adventures, I did a Metaphor video. It was just sort of like how I do think that it's finally going to be the Atlas game that I fall in love with, and I have so far, and I'm continuing to still love it. And it's also the fact that like I've gotten my video done for, so I don't really feel any pressure. Like maybe when I'll beat it, I'll do like a full video on it again, but like I've already made a video, so I'm not like rushing to get anything out or done. Freeze them, boys. Or girls.
We have to go after that ghoul. Let's get this gate open.
Look up there. That magical device.
Yeah, this is a seriously like a very, very good looking game. Very good looking game. I'm enjoying the visuals. Thank you very much, Grand Adventures. I really appreciate that. I mostly do RPGs now. I'm kind of trying to sort of stick to that, but like, I mean, last week I streamed Sonic X Shadow Generations, and there we go. But yeah, I mostly tried to do RPG stuff, but I also cover a lot of other games. But thank you very much. I stream and I do videos. Perfect, Grand Adventures. I hope you like the stuff. I mean, just like in the past, since June or July or whatever, I've done Elden Ring, Shadow the Erd Tree. I've done Borderlands. I did a video on why Borderlands is so important. A video on how Elden Ring became my favorite game of all time. I did how Dragon Age is so important to me. How Starfield failed for me. That, you know, I've done a lot. I generally like to keep things positive as well, which is you know, not the easiest way to do YouTube, because generally negative videos do better. But you know, I wouldn't be true. I wouldn't be true to myself if I didn't try to keep things at least positive. Try. Doesn't happen all the time, because you will eventually play a game that's crap. Okay, we got a helmet finally. Okay. Oh wait, I can just do like a quick equip. Nice.
Darkspawn don't usually collect things.
Big Dan Gaming. I don't know who that is, but yes, it's true. Like, in general, like just obviously this is all like anecdotally because I'm literally just going off my channel. But well, firstly, Wayodin, thank you very much for watching. Enjoy your sleep, and hopefully when you wake up you'll be able to play the game and hopefully enjoy it. So thank you very much. I'll see you hopefully on another stream. But like, just anecdotally, grand adventures just with my videos. As I said, I like to keep things positive. I'm very level-headed. I think you can see here, I'm not one of these over the top. I'm gonna be a big YouTuber, do YouTuber faces. I'm gonna react to certain things a certain way. Like, that's just not what I am. I'm generally trying to keep it as normal as possible. And like, last year I did a video called Final Fantasy 16 is disappointing, and that video I think still to this day is my most viewed video on the channel. What other videos did I do? Now, it doesn't always work. Like, I did videos on why Starfield is bad, and they did pretty well, but not as well as I would have hoped. So it's not like, it's not a general rule, but like, it's not a rule, but yes, I would be inclined to say that negative videos do better. And it's just the way the internet is. And I don't think there'll be anything that will ever really change it, but I will try to do whatever little bit I can with my channel of maybe doing more level-headed, better game coverage than a lot of places do. Like, all of them. Now, like, there's people there. I'm just using these as an example, but all of them, like, Xbox, like, fan accounts basically, that are just spreading how, like, oh, this PlayStation game sold badly, and look, this Xbox game had 20,000, like, or 20 million players or something, and they're just spreading that sort of stuff, and it's like, it works for them, I'm sure. Like, I'm sure they get views, but I would much rather have a small channel that I don't have to do that sort of stuff than grow a channel of crap that I don't actually believe, you know? Yeah, I mean, because I think people like to say, oh, it's just the internet, or it's just Twitter, or it's just YouTube, but it's like, you know, back in the day on network news, like, if they covered 3 murders, it was gonna get more, or like some weird, like some crazy war or something, it's gonna get more views than, oh, look at this positive thing, this puppy shelter. Now, puppy shelter would still get views, but like, it wouldn't get as much. It's like, this puppy shelter just saved 50 puppies, and it's like, ah, that's nice, but most people would just be like, yeah, I'd much rather hear about people dying or something, you know? Yeah, a lot of people couldn't get into Starfield, and it's a shame. Again, that's it with like, that's it. It's like, it's a shame. I'm disappointed that I couldn't get into Starfield. I'm not angry, because I don't really think I could ever properly get angry at a game, except for like in the moment of actually getting frustrated playing the game. But like, once I sort of sit back and collect my thoughts and write it down, I'm like, okay, I'm disappointed that blah 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 game didn't hold up to my expectations. Yeah. The first sort of I'm not angry, just disappointed kind of video I did was actually on, I want to get this chest up here. I don't know how was actually on Torchlight 3. I love the Torchlight series. Oh, we'll just jump up here. And Torchlight 3, it just wasn't it. It was just a bad game. And I was so disappointed. And there, I was like, I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed. And it was the same with Final Fantasy 16, because I'm a massive Final Fantasy fan. It's the same with Starfield, because I'm just generally a big Bethesda fan. And, I mean, who knows? Dragon Age Veilguard, I could also make a video saying I'm disappointed in it, but again, it won't be some sensational, like, oh, fuck this game, it's bad, the combat is boring, I'm so annoyed. It's more just like, you know, I'm a big Dragon Age fan. I want to be able to enjoy Dragon Age, but this game wasn't it because blah blah blah. Maybe that could be the video I make, but again, it won't be over the top. It will hopefully be level-headed, and I think if you obviously on them sort of videos with like, oh, this game is disappointing, you get people that just click on it and comment because they just read the title and they don't actually watch the video. And I think they're expecting some like rage baiter, but just not who I am. Oh man, Xander, oh man, I reviewed that game for... I used to freelance for a channel called Game Explained. They're a Nintendo channel, but I reviewed Saints Row Reboot for them. What an awful game. What an awful game. And my review, like, through the editing process, I think my review was kind of toned down a bit. And I kind of wish I went harder on the game because that game just isn't good. It's not even fun for a, like, spend 10 or 15 euro or dollars on this game and just sit back and have some stupid fun. It's not even fun from that... Oh, I'm dead. It's not even fun from that point of view. It's just a boring game. Oh, I see.
Nicely done.
And like,
I mean, it's
actually, well, it was published by THQ Nordic, but like, you don't even need to do much to have a game be stupid, dumb fun. Like, the Strong Humans 1 and 2 remake, they are very PS2 games, like, very basic, very rigid, but they're just dumb fun. They're just dumb fun, and like, it's really not that hard. Well, I'm not going to sit here and say it's easy because I couldn't do it, but it's like, it's not that hard to make a dumb fun game. Like, you don't need anything fancy. Destroy All Humans is not a fancy game, but that is dumb fun. And that's what Saints Row Reboot should have been, but it wasn't. Well, Sam Stone, do not buy... Well, like, if you could find it on sale for maybe, like, €5, or it's on PS Plus or Game Pass or something, maybe give it a go. Maybe. Like... $10 at the very most if you are even remotely interested in it, but apart from that, no. There's so many better examples of like just a dumb fun game that you could use or that you could spend your money on. Yeah, you'll find it in... Actually, it's kind of funny because I was gonna say, like, you'll find it in the bargain bin, and like, I remember in my local PC World, or Curry's even, I don't think it's no longer PC World, I think. But I remember in my local one, they had like a bargain bin where they had Agents of Mayhem, which was, I believe, made by the Saints Row team, and that game apparently was also awful. Grand Avengers, glad I found you. This game is going through some conflicting reviews right now. Me personally, I like what I see so far. Well, yeah, that's the thing. It's like it's like, obviously find reviewers that you trust, but just with what this game is wrapped up in, like the whole political stuff, it's very difficult to get good reviews on it, or like reviews that aren't sort of backed by politics, which is not what I want in a review of a game, personally. I mean, if you want it, they're there, but for me personally, I don't. Like, I just want... Because, like, you have all the people like, oh, this game's trash because it's woke, and then you might have the other people on the other side that praise it because... Or, like, give it maybe a higher score because they like that whole political aspect of it. And that's totally their right, but it is tough to figure out exactly what to, like, listen to. Especially with a game like this that is so... Like... It generally, in the sort of traditional games media, has good reviews, but then in the sort of influencer side, it doesn't. But then there's a couple of influencers that gave it really, or like sort of content creators like my channel and stuff that gave, well, not me specifically, but people like my channel, that gave it good reviews. So it's all over the place. But so far, I think I'm having a lot of fun. Exactly. Grand Adventure. Sometimes a game doesn't need to be anything more than that. Like, if I'm being honest, now I've kind of liked when I first played Inquisition again, when I streamed it for the first time this year, I was like, oh, I'm not sure if I'm feeling this. But then as I went through, I streamed it, I think 2 days ago, and then I played a small bit more of it. And I'm like, oh yeah, this just is. This is what this game is. Like, this is a listen to a podcast, build your party up, just go around, do some random tasks, and then every so often you will get some form of a story beat. And some of the story beats are actually really good in Inquisition, others are a bit boring, but like in general, it's a good game. And like sometimes that's all you need, you know? I feel like the ones who actually play for the Dragon Age franchise have been saying good things about it. It's those who are extremely critical that don't. It's truly aggravating. Well, see, the thing is, Teresa, like, I watched Mr. Matty Plays review, and I've watched him for probably over 10 years now. He's someone I would trust. I listen to him on podcasts as well, like every week. So he's somebody I would trust. So I know him as a reviewer. Obviously, I don't know him as a person, but him as a reviewer. He's fairly similar to me nowadays, where it's like he's disappointed that he didn't like it, and that's totally fine. Like, I think his review seemed very fair, and I know in the past Mr. Matty Plays was like, he had the Fallout 4 is like the perfect RPG or whatever it was. I forget the title for that. And he's come out afterwards and he's like, look, I was young when I did that. Like, I was 18 and he was learning his craft and he was learning how to not get wrapped up in hype. So like the thing with Mr. Matty Plays is he has, I guess, the benefit of being in it for so long, but also the like drawback that people can see him evolve as a reviewer. And unfortunately, like, if I reviewed games when I was 16 or 18, I probably would have sounded like an idiot. Maybe I still sound like an idiot. I'm 26. So, you know, you have to think about that. But no, Mr. Matty Plays didn't like the game. But again, it wasn't this like angry. It was more just he was disappointed. Like, he wanted to enjoy the game. It's a very, very good review. And same with Skill Up. Well, I think Skill Ups was really good too. His was, I'd say, maybe a bit more harsh. But still, like, they're just two level-headed people talking about games.
Well, Rook, that goes to you.
Well, Xander, like from what you said there, Xander, I totally agree. Like, it can break immersion to a certain extent, but like, I don't think, like, if a game being woke or not being woke, like, I don't think a game being woke is inherently a bad thing, and a game not being woke is inherently a good thing. It's just, how do you implement whatever message you're trying to say into the game? Does it fit? Do the characters feel like characters before the sort of message that you're trying to put across? Or is it just they feel like they're there to put a message, you know? It's like Metaphor. Like, Metaphor didn't get wrapped up in anything. Metaphor is a deeply, deeply political game. It's talking about inequality amongst loads of different races, loads of different classes, but that didn't get wrapped up in it because Metaphor, so far for me, is delivering it to you in a way that feels like it's part of the world. And I think that's where the issue lies. But again, the problem is with sort of parsing out what people actually believe and what they don't believe, or what they're just saying. It's like the amount of people that just say stuff for clicks on both sides. They just do it because it's like, oh, I'm part of this group of people. They want me to say this thing, so I will say it. So it's kind of, for certain people, if you don't know the reviewer, you don't trust the person, it's like, I don't know if I can trust what you're saying. And I also like to point out that, like, a lot of these sort of Grums followers who would come out and sort of say that, oh, I don't want politics in my games, all they talk about is politics in games. Like, that's literally all they talk about. They don't actually play games. They just talk about politics in games. It's like, you are the one that is talking about politics. Just play the game, enjoy it, and just move on. It's really not that difficult. $15 minutes. Oh yeah, the game is out soon. Also, why I'm watching it before I invest. I am nervous. I played to avoid my schoolwork rather than actually enjoy it. Wait. Sorry, I'm struggling to wait. Also, why I'm excited. Why I'm watching it before I invest. Ah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean, Teresa. I did the same during college. I got into collecting for the Wii when I was in college. And because I didn't have that much money, So Wii games were actually really cheap at the time to buy used Wii games. So I went back and I played a load of Wii games that I'd never played before. So I played Red Steel 2, which is a fantastic Wii game. I played Metroid Prime 1 for the first time. Game is not as good as everyone says. Still okay, but it's not as good as everyone says. It's almost a 10 out of 10, and then you get to the end part where they just force you to do boring backtracking and it just ruins it. I played loads of Wii games, that was great, but I did it to avoid so much college work. Still passed though. Still have my degree, which I still haven't used.
That has to be the ghoul we're tracking.
Better hope it still has the dagger.
Look, I remember I started college, like university in September. Oh, Lyrium go. I started university in September 2016. So the Wii or the Switch came out like in my second semester. And I'll never forget when Breath of the Wild came out. I got my Switch, played Breath of the Wild. I literally didn't go to college for like a week. I think I put like 40 hours in Breath of the Wild in basically like 2.5 days. It was insane. Yeah, there you go. Well, there you go, Therese. You have a master's. I just have like a BA. Yeah, woke isn't necessarily bad. Like, representation can be done well, but with a lot of games these days, it feels like the representation they add into the game isn't done in good faith. Well, see, that's the thing. And again, like, a lot of the games that people say are bad, like, I think a lot of the games that people attack, I don't know, like, they just don't make any sense. Like, they just don't make any sense at all. So far, Cody, welcome, first of all. I'm enjoying it. It's... I keep saying this, if someone's sitting here and watching the VOD or has watched this whole stream, I've said this a lot, but I was mostly worried about the tone of this game, and barring a few marvelly writing moments, like one in particular, it feels like Dragon Age. It's obviously a bit more colourful, but they're still dark, like there's blood, there's blight, like there was a whole town infected by blight and all this sort of stuff, and you have this. So, like, it is still fairly dark. Well, Cody, see, the thing is, Andromeda was a really fun game to play. I never beat it. I'm not really big into Mass Effect. Sci-fi really isn't my thing. I will go back to Mass Effect, though. But Andromeda is really fun to play. And this game is also pretty fun to play. Oh, Harding has some abilities here. And Michael, same thing. I just answered the question there. First, welcome to the stream.
I don't know how to control it.
Did I just control that thing with my freaking mind? Okay, combine primers and detonators to trigger detonations. Okay.
Let's go again.
Okay, so I need to pull up my ability wheel.
Got him in position.
Oh no, that's a that's a detonator. Okay, I effected up. So far, I will try to answer this while also fighting Theresa. Harding is like a member, like she's a full member of your squad. She got injured in sort of like the first battle with Solas, and now she's I don't know what happened to her there. I think she was like, was that a lyrium deposit maybe? And now she got some extra powers. I don't know. We'll see. I have a feeling we'll figure out more once we sort of finish this. Okay. Okay, so that's apply. So that's primer, is it? And then that's a detonator.
Got it. They're coming from the right.
See, this is the thing. Like, just how I consume games. Like, I'm not a big like lore junkie for anything. Like, it doesn't matter what game I'm into. Like, I love the Zelda series. I don't know anything about the Zelda timeline. I love Ratchet and Clank now. Not that. Well, I mean, Ratchet and Clank does have sort of lore and all that, but you know, I'm not big into it. I love Lord of the Rings. Read all the books. I've watched the movies. I've played all the games. But again, I'm not a lore junkie. It's just not how I consume things. So I do think certain things will just go over my head. Okay. Okay, so we sundered. So now I need to do a big hit to stagger him. Yes, Solas is the Dreadwolf. Looks too easy. Yes, I would say that this game so far is very easy. Like, absolutely zero combat difficulty on the normal combat. And I wonder, I might actually up the difficulty. But I think my worry there is that if I up the difficulty, sorry, I'm trying to fight and talk here. If I up the difficulty, the enemies will just become sponges. So that's what I don't want to have. So I need to prime something and detonate it, but like that detonates. Oh, sundered. And now we combo. We did it! Okay, I'm a genius. I know how to play games. I swear I've been doing this for 4 years. And for a while I was technically a professional reviewer. I'm living up to the... Oh! Oh no, just as I started to talk shit about the game. Actually, do you know what? There's a potion over here. We'll just dip around. Okay, I'm not very good here. I'm actually... I need to just... Okay, now we do the same thing again. Shred them, boys!
Under fire. Watch it.
Now... Okay, wait, let me see. Okay, so people love Solas. Yeah, Solas is the Dreadwolf. Noise make me stay away. Yeah, there is a lot of noise around this game. Teresa, I don't know what... I don't know if you like... you hate Solas or you really like Solas. In the Deep Roads DLC in Inquisition, you come across a heart of a stone or something like that. It has a strong connection to lyrium, so the stone itself could be what gave Harding the powers. Okay, yeah, I've never actually played the Inquisition DLC. Reminds me of wine or whiskey connoisseurs. Like, I just play to enjoy and have fun. Lore and story are nice, but life now can dedicate 200 hours to a game before the next big game comes. Yeah. Well, you won't like Cody. I'm a coffee snob. But I do totally get what you mean, because if you get really deep into something, it means that like the threshold for what you need as a bare minimum to enjoy whatever that is way higher. So that like if you get really big into coffee, then a crappy McDonald's coffee you won't like. You'll only like, you know, the coffee from the coffee shop down the road or the one you make at home. And it's the same with, I guess, if you become an audiophile, like, you know, if you're an audiophile and you have €400 headphones and a DAC amp and all this crap, then that's the only audio you can enjoy. So then you can't enjoy the cheap pair of €40 headphones or whatever. So I think it's okay to be a connoisseur or deep into a couple of things. But when you meet them people that are like, just everything has to be the best of the best. They want the best. They want the best coffee. They want the best whiskey. They want the best beer. They want only the best food. Like, you know, those people are like, oh, I would turn my nose up at that food. And it's like, no, like, I like good food. I consider myself a decent chef. I like, you know, going to fancy restaurants, but I also like, you know, a burger and chips or whatever, you know? So you just meet a couple of people like that are just like everything. Oh yeah, I need the best of the best. This is the best. This is the best. This is the best. You're like, do you not just get miserable always looking, not enjoying the small things, you know? Yes, Teresa, the combos, even me, like I'm big, I don't know, I know you said you're an RP, or you seem to be a big RPG fan. So like, I'm a big RPG fan. I'm also like a big action game fan. But even here, like I'm struggling to sort of keep up with everything, if I'm being honest. Specifically like the companion abilities. Come on, attack me. Attack me. Oh, I have his dagger. Back him up. Oh, he's nearly dead. Cool, grand adventures. Enjoy your grand adventure. Hey, that's two puns I've given in this stream for people's names. So if that isn't if that isn't worth a subscription, then I don't know what is. I don't actually mean paid subscriptions. I don't have them set up on the channel. I just mean subscribe to the channel. Yeah, well, Xander, I might actually go back and like beat Inquisition again, do the DLC. Maybe after this, we'll see.
The magic of the dreadful stagger is hidden from me. Fen Harel meddles once again.
If his dagger's beyond our reach, we must craft another. Made of red lyrium.
You said something took you over.
Something like that?
And it's still with you?
Yes. I think so. It can't be possession, can it?
I doubt it. Dwarves can't be possessed. They aren't connected to the Fade. Solas's dagger triggered this event. But how? Or why?
Because it's a magic dagger.
I'm sorry, Lace. I wish I had answers.
It's alright. Talking has helped. And hey, we got the dagger, right? Mission accomplished. Dwarves have never used magic. We can't.
It's a wonderful gift. You must be proud.
My top 3 games of all time are Halo 2, Dead Space, and Oblivion, which hits the list of,
I don't even know
or which hits like 3 great genres of games. Yes.
A little strange.
When this is done, I'll follow up on that.
I feel connected
to
the stone. Dwarves call ourselves children of the stone. Some of us have what we call stone sense. Those that have it can feel caves, lyrium veins, and faults in the rock. I wasn't one of them. Maybe the dagger unlocks something hidden. But this is more than the stone sense I know. I hope you're right that this is a gift. I'd be heartbroken if it caused problems.
Oh no, we could. Oh, that was a romance option, wasn't it? Feck.
Don't give me a reason to then.
No promises.
I'll send word to the Grey Wardens about the blight we saw. And then I'm gonna lie down.
And we need more answers about what the gods are planning. I'll find some place to relax and try to reach Solas in the Fade.
Good luck. Try not to let him get to you.
Yes, Cody, the writing so far does actually seem pretty good. There was one moment with a specific character. There's one character that
my new magic's about?
Is the, I don't know, like is the comic relief kind of, everything's a joke kind of character. Her writing isn't great. Or in a very specific moment, so we'll see how long that goes. So I assume that's like sort of like chapter 3 done, like, or well maybe chapter 2, because it might have been like a prologue, chapter 1, 2, and then or on to chapter 3 maybe.
She was connected to the stone, to the lost.
I don't know, Teresa. I don't usually go in with a plan. I just see what way the heart takes me, you know.
Be anything but good.
If somehow Morrigan becomes available, it's Morrigan. The team returned to Solas' ritual site, hoping to find the lyrium dagger that Solas lost. They pried the ancient artifact away from the darkspawn ghoul that were drawn to it. But touching the dagger has a profound effect on Harding, seemingly rekindling a forgotten link between her and the stone. Cool. Now, please tell me like you actually get some good items. Like I want a cool piece of armor. Yeah, Balara. This is the character. She's the one that has a very writing, you know? I think every single person who has played Dragon Age has chosen Morrigan. Look, all I'm saying is I grew up with Scooby-Doo and the Hex Sisters. They were, yeah. So that's where my love for Morrigan came from. Oh, that was a bow for Harding, I believe. Common broadsword, common saber. Is there actually any difference? I don't know. Do you know what? I think I'll go hide helmet. I don't like the look of that helmet. I don't want to look at that helmet. What is this? Yeah, Cody understands. Yeah, everyone understands. Yeah, well, that's the thing, Xander. Like, I did the Morrigan romance thing there, and I was like, the ending was like, what? Like, completely threw me off. Like, I think, if I think of my favourite sort of companions like that, I think of Morrigan and Pavardi from the Outer Worlds. Might be they're the two that always like come to mind for me. Andreja in Starfield, that is the highlight of Starfield. Area abilities deal 20% damage. See, I don't really know what I'm doing with this character, to be honest. I don't know if I actually like the bow. Hurricane of blades, like that just sounds cool. But I'm really unsure if I actually like the bow or not. This combat really has me wanting like a multiplayer mode like they had in Dragon Age Origins. I'd say or in Inquisition, I'd say it'd be so fun. Okay, now do we really need a healing, like an upgraded healing ability? Probably not. So what does this do? That applies Sundered. And that detonates and overwhelms. Deals a high amount of stagger damage. Yeah, we'll upgrade that. Can I actually upgrade the ability itself? No. Okay. Cool. Yeah, and I can't wait for the Outer Worlds too. Because again, I think the Outer Worlds just gave you like the essence of the best parts of a Fallout game, but just like just sucked it all in and just, you know, in this little contained package instead of Starfield. Because Starfield does have good moments in it, it really does. But to get to them moments, you know.
Wait, Aran wasn't there before, I don't think.
Oh, it wasn't here.
Therefore, Harding must have put my pack here. It makes sense. Better place to sleep than the infirmary. Guess I can spare a few moments to unpack my things.
Plays Varric's shaving mirror.
Varric and his life lessons.
Oh.
I asked him how we were supposed to stop Solas, and he gave me this. Take a long, hard look at it, kid. It'll always show the face of a hero who can get it done. A damn good-looking hero, if I do say so.
I am.
This piece is all that's left of the artifact that trapped Varric and the others in Arlethan Forest the day we met. Only thing left of my time with the Veiljumpers too. Strife said he didn't want to see me again until I'd gotten some sense pounded into my head. Being a Veiljumper means taking risks. Strife of all people should have understood that. peddler gave me this after I saved.
Oh crap, I
Told me
didn't
the
mean to
scroll
skip that.
went back even before Tevinter. Said that elves had a rich history. Even more than the rest of us. That history looked better before Elganon and Gillenane came back and started blighting everything.
What's this?
The tools every professional scoundrel needs when learning the trade. I spent as much time picking locks and mixing poisons as I did training with blades or a bow. That precision. Every reagent measured.
This feels a bit weird, like reminiscing on stuff that I've no idea about.
It all just felt right.
Like, it was actually kind of a bit confused there. I was like what is this?
To Solas. Just sleep or relaxing. Maybe if I clear my mind.
Oh wait, do I have to go back here? Can you feed the fish? There doesn't seem to be any way to interact with it, but I wouldn't rule it out if it was in Mass Effect. Again, I've only dabbled with Mass Effect. Like, I think I've beaten 1, I've played a bit of 2, a bit of Andromeda, never played 3. So. Because Mass Effect 1 wasn't on the PlayStation 3. I rented Mass Effect 2. That's not a game you want to rent, because I didn't have a clue what was going on.
Soon. It must have been worse than I had thought.
Hello, Dreadwolf.
CRF, I don't know how to answer that question because I don't even know what bulk, like I don't even know what it is. I don't know. So far, I guess no, nothing has popped up. I don't judge games on wokeness versus non-wokeness. I just play the game and see if the game is good. I don't know CRF, nor does it matter, really. If the character's a good character, the character's a good character. But I don't know.
Depending on the story.
And what story shall we tell now?
I need to know what the gods are planning.
You are asking for knowledge no mortal in this world is privy to. If I am to share it with you, I need to know what makes you the right person to lead the fight against Elganon and Gillenane.
Someone has to do something. I may not be the right person for this job, but I'm the only one left.
So your call to action is that any attempt is better than none?
With the Veil Jumpers, I was in a dangerous part of the forest full of wild magic. My team got free, but not everyone did. There were a lot of people still trapped, including Varric.
So you went in, against orders, and freed them?
How'd you know that?
You helped Varric pursue me for the better part of a year. It would have been foolish not to learn about who was hunting me.
Then you know that if someone has to make a call, I'll do it.
I suppose I was not so different when I started.
Started what?
My rebellion against the Evanuris. The Elven Gods, as you call them. They wish to reclaim their dominion over this world. To accomplish that, they will need two things. First, the blight. What exists in this world is a bare fragment of its power. The rest is imprisoned, until they release it.
Well, Xander, I would assume, you know, maybe a couple of people in real life might need auto feeders for their fish. Because I'm sure a lot of people let their fish die because they just don't feed them. I haven't had fish, so I don't know what it's like. I have a dog, and I mean, I've had him for 4 years, and I feed him. He's not dead, so I mean, I think I'm doing an alright job.
I don't understand. Elganon and Gillenane were elves like you, right? Why would they want to blight the world?
It is my fault. As the Dread Wolf, I was a thorn in their side. When my efforts weakened their grasp on the Elven people, they grew frustrated, then desperate.
And turned to the blight.
Once the corruption took hold of them, they were blind to its horror. It was just another source of power for them. Now they would blight the world without hesitation and call us backward and foolish for opposing them.
But we can stop them from freeing the blight, right?
They will need to pierce the veil to reach the blight's prison. My lyrium dagger is one of the few artifacts capable of doing so.
We've already recovered it from the ritual site.
Excellent. Then they will have to make their own. That will give you time.
You said the gods needed two things, and the blight is the first. What's the second?
Followers. They have called themselves gods. And what is a god without worshippers to sing their praises?
When the Dalish elves started the Veil Jumpers, we uncovered a lot about how terrible our gods were. I don't think the elven people will bend a knee to blighted murderous monsters.
Agreed. Elganan and Gillenane care little for the elves. They will find worshippers among those hungry for power. Tyrants and bullies. The cruel and the corrupt, who fear their own vulnerability and seize any chance to feel strong. If you hunt them, they will lead you to Elganan and Gillenane.
You want me to pick fights with tyrants and bullies? Sounds fun.
I gave no orders. All I offer are suggestions.
When I shut up during the cutscenes, I do feel like one of them React streamers that just watches videos and just basically leaves it on, just robs people's content.
If you master its secrets. Have you done so?
Not yet, but we've got one of the Veil Jumpers working on it. She'll get it sorted, and we'll see how it goes.
Yes. I suppose we will. And when you speak with Varric, please tell him that I regret what happened.
You have acquired new appearances. Where's my wardrobe? Oh, is there transmog? Oh, there's transmog. Yes. Yes. Oh god. A lot of armor. Okay, let's see what armor looks cooler. Yeah, I think that one. Blue cape. Can't beat it. Very cool. Ow! My knee. Casual wear? What are we going for casual wear? Is it all the same? Yeah, we want to go with that. I want to have my cape on at all time. Well, that's pretty interesting. That's very interesting. Okay, let's talk to Varric. Our boy.
So Solas told the truth about the gods.
You heard? It's bad, Varric. If you'd seen Dumat's crossing.
The team needs to act fast. And it can't do that with me leading from a bed. You've got to take point on this.
It probably was, yeah. It seemed to be we fecked it up big time, but I don't know. It's kind of hard to know exactly what would have happened if we didn't step in.
I can't do what you do. I've barely been holding it together in the short time you've been out.
You don't need to do what I do. You just need to get it done. Rook, when I put this team together, what did I look for? A detective to find the Dreadwolf, and a scout to get us the lay of the land. Exactly the people he'd expect me to recruit. Disciplined, predictable. And then there's you. Remember when we first met, kid? That first ill-fated Arlathan expedition. Not the recent one. Demons just kept coming for us. Dozens. Hundreds. But you didn't give up. You found a path out of that forest. Led us from the darkest depths back to safety. Lost that magic map. Pissed off some historians, but you've got a knack, kid.
For what?
Finding a way through the wildest shit I've ever seen. With a plan that no one expects. On the best day of his life, Solas wouldn't see you coming, Rook. And don't worry, I'll still be here to talk if you need me.
God, Varric's voice acting is just so cool.
There is something.
Such a good voice actor.
When I took over at the ritual site,
I like the main character's voice as well. I think it's really good.
That statue. It was the first decision I made leading this team, and Harding got hurt because of it.
You made a decision with the best information you had. Sometimes you do that, and people end up hurt. Or worse.
What would you have done?
What would I have done? Probably gotten myself killed and failed to stop the ritual if you hadn't stepped in. A good leader isn't someone who never makes mistakes. It's someone who admits when they make one. That's how you earn their trust.
I could literally listen to him talk all day.
Talking to Solas in the Fade.
I had some good arguments with Chuckles back in the day. I can't imagine being stuck with him in my head. But how are you feeling about it?
It doesn't matter how I feel about it. We can't stop the gods without what he knows.
And there you go. You don't have to love him to deal with him.
Yeah, I think Varric is like one of the only good things about Dragon Age 2. I really, actually, no, I like the art style of Dragon Age 2.
Chuckles is sentimental. He could burn the world down, and the thing that would make him cry is a single flower with blackened petals.
Demeter's Crossing was awful. While we were there, we found one survivor, the mayor.
You took him back to the Veil Jumpers.
Not everyone was happy about my decision. We're just starting out, and I'm already losing their trust.
The key to earning the team's trust isn't to only make decisions everyone agrees with. It's showing the team that they can tell you whatever's on their mind, even if they think you're full of crap. And know you'll listen.
Thank you, Varric.
I'll let you get some rest.
You're gonna be... I've been racking my brain thinking of contacts who might help us with these gods.
You got any ideas?
Nothing. But being a leader isn't about having all the answers yourself. It's about knowing who does. Nev has connections to a whole world.
S-Web, welcome to the stream. So far, I'm really enjoying it.
Talking to her.
I think it's actually really good. I say,
Varric.
Anytime.
As I said earlier, as I said multiple times in this stream, the thing I was worried about mostly was the tone of the game. So far, it does feel quite Dragon Age-y, barring a couple of moments. My main issue so far is the combat feels fun, but I'm worried that it's too easy and that it might become boring later on down the line if it's too easy. But so far, yeah, I'm enjoying it quite a lot. Runs really well on the PlayStation 5 too. Not the PlayStation 5 2, the PlayStation 5 as well, because there's no such thing as the PlayStation 5 2. Okay, so we can upgrade gear. What bow do I have? Let's just upgrade something and we'll... Wait, I don't have the materials, do I? No. No problem, S-Web. That's what I'm here for. Oh, wait, let's see. Can we upgrade Harding's bow? I can. Okay, let's do that because we probably get a trophy for her. What? I didn't get a trophy. What is this crap? I wanted another trophy.
Hey, Nev. Hi, Wisps.
Yeah, they're still here, but you're here for leads. You want allies to go after the gods? I've got places to look, if we can get anywhere but Arlathan.
Valara's working on it. What have you got?
Let's start with the angles we know. The gods are corrupt magic personified. Who do we hire to fight that? First, the
Ethan,
Crows.
so far, yes. Again, I'm only 3.5 hours in. I'm having a lot of fun. I think it's
their most feared mage killer.
the start of it's really strong, and it just kind of keeps going and going. Like it's not overly slow. Like there's loads of action. There's loads of good story so far. But again, it's like, it's a 50-hour RPG, so it's very difficult to know. But if it'll hold the test of time. But after the first 3.5 hours, yes, it is very good.
You think a trained killer will like us?
What's not to love? The demon got his nickname taking out blood mages and venatori. From everything I've learned, the reputation was earned. I never uncovered his real name, and there's been fewer stories the last few years, but the crows would know. I can set a meeting with their bosses.
Good work, Neve.
This is great. Thanks, Nev.
Oh,
That's
Nev.
what I'm here for.
You said
That's
the
the
crows
Irish
were
in me.
first. What's next?
A trip home.
Back to Minrathous.
Capital city and heart of Tevinter. An empire of mages that knows a thing or two about corrupt magic.
Tevinter Authority.
Won't help and can't be trusted, which is why we talk to the Shadow Dragons. They're a resistance group that fights slavers, blood magic, and imperial corruption. They've got eyes and ears everywhere, including mine. If the gods enter the Empire, we might get something. Besides, I owe them an update.
Your friends are our friends.
These people sound great. I mean, if they're anything like you.
No one's as good as they seem. But they try.
So we talked to the crows in Antiva and the shadow dragons in Minrathous.
I wouldn't mind checking in on my neighborhood either. If Balara's ready for us.
Yeah. Should check how things are going.
Okay. Okay, so now we actually have a choice of where we want to go, which I think is cool. And I don't think I can level up. I think that's a good place to leave the stream, because the game is now out for the last 25 minutes. So obviously, if you're interested, you can. Well, I bought a physical version. If you buy a physical version, you could play it at any time. But you know, it's finally out, I think, on Steam and PlayStation and all that. So I appreciate everybody watching. This has been my most successful stream of all time. So thank you very much, everybody. I will have a video out on this game. I'll probably do like an impression style video and then a review maybe later down the line in probably the coming week, seeing or depending on how much I actually play. And I'll probably stream it again maybe tomorrow or the day after. I will be playing it off stream, so obviously I'll put something in the chat basically saying that it's not a direct continuation, so that, you know, if people don't want to get spoiled or whatever. But yeah, thank you everybody for watching. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe, and I have a Dragon Age Origins video on the channel right now if you want to watch that. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your Halloween. I won't, because I have a dog that is reactive to fireworks. So all night I'm going to get woken up by barking. Goodbye.